What is going on? What is up? Glad to be back. Took Friday off, but we back. Let's get ready to go. Let's get it.
Peace, folks. This is X from TPOT Media. Open your mind and wake your black ass up. You know what time it is. Hit that damn like button as you make your way in the door. Grab a seat, settle in, get ready. It's the Grown Man Hour with your host, my man, Bernard Riley.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Mumia Obsidian Ali. You know who I am. I need no introduction, right? And you're listening to the Grown Man Hour with my man Bernard Riley, heard weekdays right here on YouTube. What do you think about that? How about that? Now let's get back on with the show. Thank you.
What's up? What's going on? I'd like to welcome everybody in the building today. I know how we always do. Shout out to Early Bird Squad, those that make it in bright and early, start dropping comments and likes before I even get things going. I'd like to thank everybody who recently subbed. We just recently, during my last stream, went over 7,000 subs. I tried to thank everybody at the end of the show. I messed up and said 7,000 views, but you know what I meant. I meant 7,000 subs. We just crossed that Rubicon. I don't even know what that means. But we just crossed 7,000 subs recently. So I do want to thank everybody for that. I appreciate each and every one of you. And channel's been growing like crazy. Great things been happening in the sphere, in this space as a whole. So everybody who's been a part of it in any way, shape, or form, I would like to thank you very, very much. I'd like to thank you very, very much for that. Those that made it in bright and early. Aaron B in the building. Edward Anderson, I got to send you an email. I see you down there. I got to send you an email. I don't even know what exactly we got to do a one-on-one on, but I know the last couple times you came on my show, man. You've been dropping fire, man. So we gotta get a subject topic, something worked out, man. Cause you've been bringing it. You've been bringing the heat. The last stream, the last one that I did, I forgot what it's titled, but just somebody time-stamped it when Ed came on. Well, I think they probably time-stamped it when he started dropping the fire, start spitting the fire. But yeah, I would recommend go back to right at the point, probably at about maybe 40 minutes or so left in the show. Definitely recommend you go back and check that out, because it was definitely a good build, as they say. But shout out to Aaron B making it in bright and early with the first comment. Appreciate you. Electric Agitator in the building. Doing some borderline spammy, borderline spammy, but I appreciate all the love. So shout out to everyone producing respect for themselves. Shout out to everyone following good logic and understanding truth and facts. Hit the like button on the way in. Support the content. This is the best way to feed my food for soul. Dropped a bunch of comments in there. Appreciate the brothers coming through early. Jay the Conqueror says the grown man hour. Absolutely. Absolutely. Shout out to Aaron B once again. Deacon Dave in the building. D-Rock Dan, who always drops a cash app on me. Always drops a cash app on me that I forget to shout out and give you a formal shout out and salute right now because I'll be forgetting to read the cash apps. They having a lot going on the show, so I do want to acknowledge D-Rock Dan. He always come through on that cash app. And Daryl L. II in the building. Peace, salute, and shout out to you. Who else we got in here? Black Excellence says you would be over 10K by now if you didn't put those fire streams on Patreon. Actually, a little known fact, well, it's only 41 people in here. I'll give a little secret. The more fire streams, I tend to leave those up. If I think the stream is kind of so-so, I'll put it on Patreon. Or if it's only fire because a bunch of nigga shit happened, then that's the only time I'll you know, all right, I ain't gonna leave that up. But if it's just a fire stream because it was a fire stream and I want it to be on the record, or if the views are good, because if the views are good, like the one I recently got one that's sitting on almost 40,000 views, and then the other one is sitting on like 12,000 views. I'm going to leave those up because those are still getting views, and they still getting views, they still getting subs. So I'm strategic with it. But no. I haven't even been putting stuff on Patreon. I got to get back on that because my Patreon came to a standstill. So I got to start putting some stuff on Patreon. This one might go right to Patreon. But no, the short shot fire, I try to leave it up unless it got fired only because of some nigga shit. So sometimes if it's nigga shit, you won't. Sometimes you might have to go to Patreon. Number 16 says, congrats for the 7K, Lil Bernard. I don't be wanting to interrupt Obsidian when he cooking. But he was like, well, they got a problem with Lil Obsidian doing thus and so. They don't got no problem with this guy doing it, but they got a problem with Lil Bernard. So I'm like, I'm not little. I'm 6'1". I'm 6'1". But carry on. I just wanted to, yeah. Then I changed my name. And said Lil Bernard right there. It was Bernard, other guy Riley for a minute. Then it was Lil Bernard for a minute. The stuff that happens on YouTube. The stuff that happens on Black YouTube. Only in the Black manosphere. Shout out to Goshen. Says Shalom, Lil Bernard. And I didn't even realize that when I came in today, I looked and my name still said Lil Bernard right there. I forgot to take it off. Yeah. Yep, I'm not recapping that one. I love doing good recaps, but won't be recapping that one. What he did on that stream on his channel, he tried to do over here and I stopped him. Like that wasn't in the show notes. He was just building up to do it, and I saw where it was going. I was like, nah, you got to take that to your place, which he did. And I don't even want to give my comments on it, but yeah, he did what he did, and that's what he did. I'll just say that. So yeah, shout out to Obsidian. Shout out to Obsidian for that. Yeah, I mean. Shout out to Obsidian. Creation Muse says, oh, wait, almost forgot. almost forgot when number 16 says congrats for the 7K. Thanks for dropping that 5 on it. Thanks for dropping that 5 on it. I appreciate that. Who need to trademark what? What did I miss? Deacon Dave in the building. He says, what's the name of that song in that clip? The $2 clip? I think the song is literally called My Last $2. I think that's what the song is literally called. I'm gonna find out for you right now, or y'all can just Google My Last $2 song or something like that, and then yeah, you'll see it'll pop up.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Hopefully y'all didn't hear me singing in the background on that one, but yeah, them last $2. Go ahead and do that. Snuggles says, "Good morning, little Bernard." Yeah, I gotta leave me alone with that one. But shout out to Snuggles. You're safe right now. I haven't made Black Wolf's special greeting yet, so you're the only one thus far who still got their own special greeting.
Hi, I'm Snuggle. Snuggly softness. That's really less expensive.
You're the only one that got that so far. I haven't made Black Wolf's special greeting, but she says, "Good morning, little Bernard. Let me give you a little hug the panda bear sent me because the wolf pack cannot do it. They are always down on awful." Get off of the wolf pack. Black Wolf definitely getting his own greeting. Oh, he did what he did. He did what he did. And that's what he did. Yeah. 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 All day. All damn day. But yeah, I'd like to thank everybody for coming on in. Make sure you hit that like button. Silent Lamont coming through, probably on some effery. Shout out to Silent. He says that Snuggle Bear is banana. You still trying to get me back for that skinny jeans joke, huh? Shout out to Silent Lamont in the building.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
Shout out to Silent Lamont. You know, when you're 40 and you still wear skinny jeans, you got to be good at roasting. I mean, you just So I understand that he be roasting me up. He be roasting me up, but when you're over 40 and you rocking skinny jeans, you gotta have the jokes ready to go. Understand. I ain't tripping on you. I ain't tripping. It's all good. It's all good. Chris G, what up? What I'm about to cover here, or talk about here, I should say, something I was about to actually talk about earlier, and then the show got derailed. The show got somewhat derailed a bit. Derailed in a good day. I didn't even get to the subject. Well, I didn't get to this subject. I sometimes do like 3 subjects. But this interesting channel that's interesting and annoying at the same time, because the people that they bring on to talk are it's really a combination of Black America, where you get some people who speak the English language quite well. You get some people who, they generally speak normal. Hate to say that, normal, but they speak normal. They speak, I'm using air quotes here, white. Then it's some that you just hit red weave, patting while they talking all kind of. I don't look at these conversations that I'm about to show here. I'm going to go ahead and put the share up. I don't look at these conversations because these are the type of women that I find attractive or that I personally take a liking to. That's not why I like to review things from this show. What I like to review things from this show for, even though right there, just looking at, why I like to review this show is because you hear raw conversations. You hear people that aren't really filtering anything. I got this from Mediocre Tories and Reviews because he does a lot of reviews on this show too, because a lot of the stuff that we talk about in the sphere, they will bring up on this show. They'll have men and women on the couch. They'll throw a question out there. Sometimes it'd be a little bit of cap, but then again, you see some of them will just say some stuff and just keep it 100% real or confirm a lot of stuff that we talk about in this space. So it's a good subject. It's a good conversation piece. It's good conversation starters that happen on this show. But sometimes the cast of characters, the batch of women that they put up there is just like the voices are a combination of nails on the chalkboard, and it's like nails on the chalkboard with I can't even explain it. Yeah, no, I don't have a thing for hood chicks. Put it like that. That's the best way to sum it up. I personally don't have a thing for hood chicks, and I like black women. Don't get it twisted. I do like black women. Very attracted to an attractive black woman. But the hood ones, that still, I ain't talking about if you're from the hood. I'm talking about if you still just got that whole vernacular and just disposition about yourself. I can't do it. I can't do it. But it's good conversations, good subjects, good conversation starters, I should say, that happen on this show. That's the reason I like to review it from time to time. But shout out to number 16 in the building. Says they are not skinny jeans. They are just aerodynamic. So that's what we're calling it now. That's what we're calling it now, huh? Sincere cracking up. Says, question, will you ever accept topic from subscribers? All the time. Hit my email. If you see a video, something you want me to react to, send it to me. Bombard me. Spam me out with emails of topics. Sometimes people say I'm good at coming up with topics, but I personally think I suck at it because the amount of time that I spend trying to think of topics versus what I actually produce, it seems like I should be having more. But I'm all for you sending me topics by all means. Send them to me. Whether you send them, throw a topic out there right now, like how you just made that suggestion right there about sending me a topic. You can send topics right there via super chat or through email. I personally like if there's a video that supplements it, so to speak. Yeah, send it with a video. If you find a video, even if it's just a paragraph that you wrote out that you think would be a good topic, I'm good with that too. But typically, if it's a video for me to review, that's when I really like it when you do that. But sincere cracking up. Thank you very much for the super chat. Appreciate that. Snuggle668 in the building. He says, where I come from, they called skinny jeans nut huggers. Me too. Is that actually comfortable for you all? I am very perplexed that you all's choice of clothing. Skinny jeans. Yeah, we called them nut huggers too. But see, they were called nut huggers before they became fashionable. They got called nut huggers when somebody would just have on some jeans that weren't supposed to be skinny jeans, but they were just some jeans that were just too damn tight, or just some jeans that didn't fit. And so the person got talked about and called nut huggers. So the same thing that we used to roast people for back in middle school or high school, because I graduated in 2001. So the thing that we used to roast people up for in the 90s, apparently once the 2000s got going good, that became the style. Now, granted, there is a difference between skinny jeans that are meant to be skinny versus you just got on some pants that don't fit. The fit is different, so to speak. But either way it go, no, you are accurate. You are accurate, and yeah, the way a lot of the kids are dressing nowadays is on some on some BS. On some BS. Yeah, I don't know the skinny jeans. Now I do. I like jeans to fit. I'm not with the baggy stuff, even though that was the era I came out of. Even back then, I didn't rock the baggy jeans that much. You know, I didn't rock it baggy. Sometimes you would end up doing it by accident because that's how they made jeans in my era. But for the most part, I tried to wear jeans that fit. And I still try to do that today. Wear jeans that fit right, not too tight, not too big, but a just right fit. But when it's just a overly skinny, provocatively skinny type of fit of the jeans, hell no, I can't do that. Can't do it. Can't do it. Will not work with them. Cannot win with them. I forgot that quote, how that go, but no, I can't do it. But shout out to Snuggles once again.
Hi, I'm Snuggle. Snuggly softness. That's really less expensive.
Shout out to Snuggles. And shout out to Chief Rocka in the building. Appreciate you for the $10 super chat. Where we at, though? Okay, I can't find the $10 acknowledgement. Did I lose? Okay.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want. Everything? Everything.
But shout out to Chief Rocker in the building. All right, let's get into this. Let me put on my earpiece. $108 people in the building, 51 on the likes. Let's see if we can bump that up to 75 real quick. I'm counting on a 25% hateration rate. So let's see if we can bump that up to 75. See if we can get 25 people to go ahead and hit that like button and do that right now. We probably got 25% hate watchers in the building. I haven't even been to one of those. I got to check one of those out, one of those Game Changer movie night things. I love when Game Changer review movies and how he will take what happened in the movies and quite often refer it back to the stuff that we talk about in this space. He does a real good job at that. And yes, Ephraim and Kinsey Bernard Riley, you are more of a regular jeans guy. Yeah, a good, nice, regular fit. Good, nice, regular fit. You know, man, we shouldn't have to like arch our foot down like that to get it through the jeans. If you're a man and you got to jump to put your jeans on, no. Men shouldn't have to jump to put their jeans on. But anyway, all right. Let's get it. It said, what makes a woman a savage? We're going to talk about that, but it's something embedded into this conversation, this ratchet conversation that is a little something to pull out, something that we talk about here. And it's interesting. That's why I'm just going to let it roll for a little bit.
Honestly, I used to be the
I can't stand this chick. I hate the way she talks. But anyway, just suffer through it. I mean, I don't play Cynthia G clips. I don't force you out to listen to her voice, but I can't stand this chick and the way she talks. I almost want them to get her off the show. But anyway.
Most loving girl that I know. Like, I gave guys my everything. I used to love and all that bullshit, whatever. But like, after like you got so many guys just like showing you like you shouldn't wear your heart in your sleeve. That's when I learned how to.
What's the name of the chick that was whooping Wolverine's ass in X-Men 2? We had this conversation before. What's her name? Let me know her name in the chat. I forget it every time. The chick with them claws like that was fighting Wolverine in X-Men 2. Somebody let me know. Google it if you have to. Because I gotta remember to start calling these chicks that when they wear them type of nails like that. Lady Deathstroke or Deathstrike? Lady Deathstrike. I think that's it. Somebody said she sounds like Tony Danza with extra bass.
Deal with my emotions. I'm a very emotional person. I'm an Aquarius. Like I could just give love, and when I realize I'm not getting the same love in return,
makes you a
I don't got. I don't got no emotions. I really like. I will really deal with you like a man. Like I really deal with. Like I deal with men and they. Real stuff. That's how I deal with men right now. Like literally, I have dude that like my last thing ended because the dude started getting upset because he didn't feel like I was showing the same emotion. And I did not want to be in a relationship with him because he felt like I was being cold-hearted. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even being cold-hearted. It's just like that's just who I am.
Then what makes you a savage?
You see how they will say, well, why y'all call them masculine? And I know some people don't like when I say not all. But I mean, yeah, it is hashtag not all. I do tend to say everything is on a bell curve, but at a higher percentage rate. The type of things she's talking about, how she just be cold and unemotional. Basically, what she's explaining is she can just have sex with a dude and just not be attached. I mean, it seems to be at a higher percentage rate. Our women, using air quotes, but our women are more like that in a higher percentage rate. That's not the main thing I want to talk about here, but we're going to just keep it moving right along. Keep it moving right along. Yeah, Goshen, she's extremely hard to listen to. No, but she ain't the one we came to see. She ain't the one we came to see. Somebody else about to say something that we're gonna talk about. We're gonna have a little bit of discussion about.
Savage is when you could top me, and then I say I love you, and you say don't love me. I'm fucking your friend. That's a savage woman right there. That's a savage. That's a demon. That's a demon. Like that's rude. But like, I'm just saying that's a savage. Quotes.
I'm really big on get that bread, get that head,
then leave.
Okay. And when I say that, meaning I feel like women think what makes them a savage is fucking niggas and then not having no emotion. Actually, you losing, sis, because he still got the pussy. A savage is when you making him do everything that a bitch can't do unless she's given the pussy. You make him do all of that shit, and then you still don't wife him. You still curve that nigga. Maybe you. That's right.
Yeah, no, right there, right now, we got to shout out ARC on that one. I love when we're hearing raw conversations from people that's not in this space, but then when they start confirming things that we talk about in this space a lot, she's talking about dangling the possibility of sex over a guy's head, getting everything she could possibly get from him that would normally come in a relationship context, but still giving nothing in return. Rod the God podcast. I actually like that name. Said masculine AF. Mr. Tobert in the building. I think the chick is from Africa. If that's the case, so bad. You talking about the one with the Lady Death Strike clause? I think I was about to ask. I was trying to figure out where her accent was from. I was going to ask y'all that. Ephraim McKenzie said I couldn't understand one bit of what she said. But let's think about something for a second. I like to talk about our culture, Black culture, a lot, and music is you end up in a situation where are you talking about art imitating reality or reality imitating art? That's all. That's always something that's discussed. Well, when I look at music, when I look at porn, is this art imitating reality or reality imitating art, or a little bit of both? I always ask that question whenever I'm seeing anything. We're looking at movies. We're looking at anything. So in music, when they're talking about, I'm a savage, I'm this or that or whatever, then you look at how women who claim and they wear that tag of being a savage, and then see, we look at what they're defining as a savage. They're defining as a savage as just the whole get over on somebody culture of it. Now, reaching across the aisle as I normally do here, if we talking about grimy shit, people who, the dude who just who just out there. I'm just trying to get the vag, get the vag at all costs, no matter what. Just doing whatever I do, however I got to do to get it. He ain't got no intentions with her. He lying to her, she lying to him. They lying to each other. May the best liar win. In that situation, I don't really care. I'm not shedding a tear or lighting a candle for anybody. If everybody's just playing a grimy game and there's winners and there's losers, it is what it is. It definitely is what it is on that. So in that sense, it's not personally a big deal. It's not personally a big deal. Where I say it becomes a big deal, and yeah, this chick, she got some hood in her, but it's like that across the board with a lot of the dealings of women. It's just hood chicks are more likely to say it out loud on a platform. Other women typically don't come and talk about that out loud. But the women who don't carry themselves like that, who are in a lane where they pulling guys that got money, who could buy nice things for them, who could take them nice places, who could do things and all of that, then they will still operate that same way. Let me try to get as much as I can up out of them with giving up as little or as less as possible. That's the whole finesse game of it all and what they consider a savage. Whatever. I don't know the lyrics. I was about to sing it, but I forgot the lyrics. Something bougie and ratchet. What's the other one? I'm a savage. Something. I forgot what that other one was. Bougie ratchet. He says this in particular stems from entertainment. It's not art imitating reality. I mean, it's art imitating the reality, or no, you're saying it's reality imitating the art. I think that's what you're saying. The reality is imitating the art. I'm not so sure about that. Because once women got to the point where they are free to move about the country, to use that term from the airline commercial, I forgot which one. Once they got to the point where they're free to move about the country socially with minimal criticism of what they do and how they do it, once they got to that point, then it turned into a situation where, they're dating multiple guys. They got multiple guys offering them things. Whether they're not going to have sex with every guy that's offering them things. About offering them things, I'm talking about rather it's just a genuine guy who genuinely likes a woman and just genuinely offering to take her out on a date, or if it's some, baller dude, that's how he get that's how he get pussy. He from being flashy. She got multiple guys coming at her at all angles. She's entertaining multiple guys. She's receiving, generosity from multiple guys. And if we're just talking about dinner dates, she's not going to have sex with all of those guys. And that's what ultimately creates the culture of, oh, I can get this from this guy without having to give up anything. Oh, I can cobble a bunch of guys together and get multiple. I can get what I need. I can have, as we always say, they got different guys for different things. And if you've been out there dating, depending on where you're at on the strata, so to speak, you've been in multiple lanes like that. That's why I tend to have a unique perspective on this, and I tend to not draw hard lines because I know I've been on both sides of it. I've been the idiot paying for dates and doing this and doing that with a woman. I'm being overcharged for some pussy that I ended up not even getting. And I've been the guy who didn't have to offer nothing. I've been on both ends of that game. I've been on both ends of that game. I know how it works from both ends. I've seen it firsthand from multiple angles. Said Trickathon 2000. I don't do the tricking. I don't do the tricking. I've done the simping, which is worse. That's why even as a non-trick, I'm not going to criticize the tricks because the simping is worst. But even if you were simping, okay, there's a such thing as what I'll call it is a good faith simp. he's simping in good faith, or he's simping because he's assuming that she's operating in good faith. Meaning that he was taking her out doing this and doing that because he genuinely thought that she was going to reciprocate. And she genuinely led him to believe that it was going somewhere in a direction that he wanted to go. But a lot of chicks, even though they don't say it, a lot of chicks got the mind of her that no, I'm a savage and that I'm going to make him think it's going where he think that it's going. And then I'm going to shut it down, break it off, not give you nothing, or shut it down, don't give you nothing, but still don't break it off. Still dangle that. Shout out to ARC. ARC was brilliant with that. It's hard to have some of these conversations without inadvertently stumbling into one of Alan Roger Curry's books, but they can be brilliant at dangling that possibility of sex, and you thinking she's operating in good faith, and then you keep going forward, you keep doing the same thing. D-Rock in the building, Savage, Ravage. They're still just hoes. Shout out to El Grande. Thank you very much, D-Rock Den, for the super chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, I gotta always give him his credit on that one. Even though being mode 1, bringing up sex in the first 5 minutes, that was never my thing. That wasn't my thing. I personally, make sure I make that clear, me personally had a problem doing that unless the door was just opened wide for it. But having the verbal skill to steer the conversation there in a fluent way to where, it didn't feel forced or rushed, like I was, to do it in a way where it didn't, to where it felt natural. I don't know. That was difficult. You gotta have a certain amount of mouthpiece to do that, which I didn't. So I concede that, that's why it wasn't for me. That's why it wasn't for me when it comes to being extremely direct up front in them first 5 minutes. However, when it comes to how women, when you're not like that, how women will dangle that possibility over your head and have you doing stupid stuff. ARC is undefeated on that one. Nobody can argue with that. Nobody can argue with that. But Mr. Oh, I don't know. Oh no, that's not Mr. That's M Reaper. M Reaper 773 in the building says we all have simped Bernard, trying to uphold the good man status. No more. They ruined it. Now that's one aspect of it. That's one aspect of it. When, like I mentioned earlier, how I don't care that much if the guy is just operating on some, I'm trying to manipulate and do what I got to do to try to get what I want out of her. And then if she start manipulating, doing what she want to do to get what she want out of him, may the best manipulator win. I don't mind that. All is fair in love and war, or whatever the hell they said. I'll apply that saying there. I don't like when the guy is genuinely a good dude and just genuinely taking women out on good, genuine, traditional dates, because that's genuinely what he thinks you're supposed to do. And instead of her acknowledging, all right, this is actual decent human being, she like, got a sucker. That's when I would criticize them and say, nah, y'all on some outright bull right there. Y'all on some outright bull. Because y'all are doing y'all part that's going to turn that dude into a savage pump and dumper himself. He was coming at you genuine. He wanted to be your boyfriend. He wanted to take you out on 3 to 5 dates and court you traditionally and be your boyfriend, your long-term boyfriend. And then you play the good ones like that. Yeah, eventually they just gonna be like, oh, no more dates. They getting a coffee date at best. Coffee date at best, and or just come through. Netflix and chill. Saving that money. Shout out to Rod the God podcast. Salute. Big things to come for your brother. And that's Avi. I think the obvious. Thank you very much. Appreciate the super chat. One thing I like to do here, I do like promoting brothers in this space. I don't know, you probably got 80,000 subs, but let me just see. Rod, I'm typing your name in. Rod the God podcast. Typing your name in. Okay, you look like you just getting started. Look like you're just getting started. So salute and shout out to you. Hit me with an email. I check out some of your content, see what you're about, see what you're talking about. Hit me with an email. It's always a potential chance we can get a potential one-on-one jumped off. If I find things interesting, but I had to check out your content. He says, man, I got 17 subs. That's all right. That's all right. We all start with 0 subs. But I will check you out. In fact, you got 18 subs. I just subbed to you. I just subbed and banged the bell. Now, if I'm watching this some bullshit, I'm unsubscribing. But no. Shout out to you. All right, let's get back on this not so beautiful bean footage. Those of you that just making it in, a chick just basically, they was trying to define what exactly was a savage, what made a woman a savage. One of them was talking about just being cold and unemotional. One of the guys said that he considers a woman a savage if he gets to the point to where, he's got, some emotional attachment where he's like, I love you, and then she's just like, whatever. That's what he defined as a savage. But one of them, the one that I find more interesting that we're about to center a lot of the discussion around, is a chick who she defines being a savage. She mentioned some song. I don't keep up with this stuff. That get the bread, get the head, get the bread, and leave. But she said that if you giving up the sex, even if you getting the bread, you giving up the sex, you bullying, you losing because you gave him pussy. She was saying the way that you a true savage as a woman, the way that you're a true savage as a woman, is that you get the bread without having sex with them. You get what you want from them without having sex. That's when you a savage. When you can effectively, shout out to ARC, dangle that possibility of sex over his head and get what you want, get bills paid, get money, or just flattering attention and dates. And I'll even take it down to the ground level to just working class people, because every chick can't get flued out. But she can have a roster of beta male orbiters who periodically buy her drinks or periodically pay for her dinners, or periodically come to her house and fix something, or move something around and cut the grass, or move a washing machine up and down some stairs in exchange for a church hug. That's what regular basic broads be getting up out of dudes. Even then, I think that I would work that into her definition of what she considering a savage. That woman that's got the guys doing all of this extra stuff and offering not a damn thing. But there's that. There is that. But all right, that's the chick in the yellow that I was referring to. The chick right there. I think you can see my cursor moving around. But anyway, let's roll the not so beautiful bean footage.
It's not nothing about being broke, okay? You could do a lot. You could have a man do a whole lot without giving him nothing.
That's true.
And that's what makes you a real savage. Once you give him pussy, you lost. That's it. You lost. That's not what makes you a savage. When you could do that,
look how confused looking right here. Like, yeah, nigga, she said what she said, and that's what she said. Look how he's looking. Yeah. That's some funny stuff how he's sitting there looking at her.
You could have guys wanting to be in relationships with you, guys wanting to propose to you or proposing to you, and you turning them down. Because he's like, what the fuck? But no, it's not crazy.
Yeah, I heard that. You can have guys wanting to be in relationships with you, guys proposing to you, and you're turning them down. We're seeing little flashpoints of what happened on Kevin Samuels' show. All these chicks have been proposed to, just like they're, most educated. They're the most proposed to. The least married, but most proposed to. Turning down proposals. But when they talk about it, in the mid-30s, they're going to talk about it from the context of the men were the problem. So it's always good catching them right now. It's always good catching them right now when they're being honest right now. It's good to catch them right now. That no. Just you was being a savage. That's why. Randy SoCal. Is that a dude or a chick in the picture? I'm very picky about women I promote. That looks like a... See, you're simping. Okay, I'm going to say you're simping a little bit, but the title of one of your videos is Jessica X, You Beautiful Ma. That's a 6-second video with just a picture of Jessica X. Stop the show. Hold on. You send me to your channel while I'm live on the air, I'll out you. Stop the show. I gotta get down to the bottom of this. Randy SoCal. All right. So you go to the doctor. What seems to be the problem? You see right here? This is your problem area right here. This is what's causing your problem right here. That's the problem area. I'm the doctor telling the patient where the problem is. A 6-second video called Jessica X, You Beautiful Ma, with a blue heart. Coincidentally blue. Coincidentally blue. Hold on. Wait, I can't see it. Yeah, okay, that's the right there. There's your problem area, patient. Doctor, I have a problem. Here's your problem right here. Here's your problem. There's nothing wrong with you holding the view that the collection of pixels that assemble themselves together to form what we know as Jessica X. There's nothing wrong with you thinking that those pixels have come together and formed themselves into a beautiful person. It is a slight problem with making a 6-second YouTube video with a picture of Jessica X titled You Beautiful Ma. We're going to watch this video and see what profound findings we can find in here.
Fine. Baby look good. She's fine.
All right. So we found out that she's fine. Baby look good. She's fine. Let's hear that again.
Fine. Baby look good. She's fine.
right. All right. Really, nigga? No. I don't knock guys for if they see some chicks lurking around in this space, whether they're content creators or just chat room chicks. If you won't shoot your shot, shoot your shot. But it is something weird about making a 6-second tribute video to a woman you've never seen. Something's weird about that. Something is weird about that. I mean, listen, I respect Jessica X as a content creator. I respect that she's soaked up a lot of knowledge here and is not just good at spitting it back out, but she's good in live debate. She basically made Crystal and Karazin come to her show and kiss the ring. Crystal and Karazin, Chrissy, She-Ra, 7 people came over there with their pitchforks, torches, and lanterns and hopped on the panel thinking they about to teach Jessica X a lesson. Jessica X just savagely, brutally left all them broads for dead. Dismembered their talking points. Cynthia G's fans came over there, dismembered the talking points. So that right there, that was the moment when I was like, all right, I knighted Jessica X in. She's a part of the club. She's good at debating. Damn good. Like that to me, that was her claim to, not claim to fame, but her calling card. What made me give her content creator respect in this space. That right there. That's what did it. But I said it once, I said it again. You niggas who she had at hello, just off Avatar alone, yeah, that was weird. I'm not gonna deny that. She's shown that she's worth her salt as a content creator, so she has my respect. And that's when I eventually did a one-on-one with her. And she earned that respect as a content creator. As a black man in this space, you can show up, you can do some content, and you're a brother. This space for the brothers. But as a woman coming in, you got to earn that respect, and she earned it. She earned it. She grinded it out for hers. From my perspective, but some people didn't make. Oh, you want to know what she missed? Okay, well, I'm gonna show you what you missed, Jessica. I'm gonna show you what you missed. I'm gonna show you what you missed.
Fine. Baby look good. She's fine.
A guy, hopefully I can still see that. Hold up. A guy by the name of Randy SoCal. A guy by the name of Randy SoCal. After I promoted somebody's channel, he said that, hey, I got a channel too. Check my channel out. And I went there and I saw a 6-second video of you just called Jessica X. Jessica X, you're beautiful, ma. So I clicked on the video.
Fine. Baby look good. She's fine.
And that's what we got. Yeah. So that's what was going on there. So I was trying to have a come to Jesus talk with the people who are just completely gone off the avatar and as I said, the collection of well-assembled pixels that make up what we know as Jessica X. I was arguing that for me, I knighted you in when you showed that you were worth your salt as a content creator, when you savagely, viciously dismembered all of Cynthia G's, Chrissy's, She-Ra 7's, Crystal and Karazin fans who came over there with pitchforks and got dismembered. That's when I knighted you in and gave you full respect and salute as a content creator in this space. That's when you earned your keep to me. But I was making fun of the people who you had them at hello. And he's one of the ones that you clearly had at hello, because he's never seen you, but he's making tribute videos to somebody he's never seen. That's goofy. That's goofy. I will periodically criticize that when it comes up. But I will, however, promote the value that you add to this space, because you do add value to this space. But just well-assembled pixels on a person I've never seen, that don't do it for me. Jessica, he says she coaches at Jessica X, aka Jessica X Ma. You beautiful Ma. Logan JJ says probably have a shrine. Oh man. But you got some content over there. Maybe it's good content over there. I don't know. But I don't know why we need a 6-second Jessica X tribute video. I'm just like, man, I just could imagine what the I just can imagine. I think her email is public in her about section. I just can imagine what the emails look like. Okay. All right. Hold on real quick. E Capone in the building. E Capone in the building. That's a good question, Bernard. Does your family watch these streams? You know what? Whenever I do something, whenever I take a creative venture, I tend not to tell my family, because your family will be likely, there's a possibility that they may, I don't know. I like to just do stuff and just do my thing. And then when they find out about it, they find out about it. And so that's the approach I have. I don't want to tell them, hey, I started a YouTube channel. No, I just want to do my thing and get big to the point to where they come to me like, hey, you started a YouTube channel? And so there are people that know, but I don't publicize it to directly to family. I just want them to stumble into it by accident. That's just my thing. But we're about to do a little more research on the gentleman in question here. Now, this is the same guy, Randy SoCal, who has a channel. Who has a video called Drinking Gorilla Glue. I don't know if y'all can see that. Drinking Gorilla Glue. Can y'all see that? Somebody come look at this. The same guy who I'll even give you a like, because this is about to be good. Okay. The same guy who has the potential Jessica X shrine in his house also has a video called Drinking Gorilla Glue. Drinking Gorilla Glue. So we about to, and it's 14 seconds long, not 6. All right, let's go. We're gonna, y'all ready for this one? Let me get this screen. Let me get that off the screen. All right, strap on in. Strap on in. Let's go.
Better hit, bitch. I don't like niggas, I don't like bitches, I don't like nobody.
I cut the volume. No, I think he's faking it. Oh, come on, man. If you're going to drink Gorilla Glue, drink Gorilla Glue. Don't be a pussy about it. Don't pussyfoot around with it. Turn that thing up. You babysitting. He babysitting that Gorilla Glue bottle. He ain't really drinking it. I'm disappointed in that. You didn't really truly drink that Gorilla Glue like I thought you was. You did not. No. You do not get Gorilla Glue props, respect, or credit for that. If you're gonna make a video called Drinking Gorilla Glue, you need to turn that bottle. I need to see the bottom of that bottle. God damn it. You just sit there and just gave it a little peck on the cheek. You ain't do nothing. Deacon Dave in the building with the $5. Said, I think they mean Steve the Dean. Somebody pointed out that he got the funniest initials ever, STD. You niggas is crazy. But Steve the Dean, shout out to him, Steve the Dean, says, excuse me, he said, Deacon Dave says, Steve the Dean can coach Randy SoCal to shoot his shot at Jessica X. Would be a good stream. Yeah. I can see it. Oh man, y'all crazy. Y'all got me all off my topic today. Snuggles 668. Shout out to Snuggles.
Hi, I'm Snuggle. Snuggly softness. That's really less expensive.
Shout out to Snuggles in the building. Says, Bernard, are you introducing us to some very eccentric people? Oh, Bernard, you are introducing us to some very eccentric people. Thank you very much. You should have a stream just with only eccentric people. Perhaps. Yeah, Reg, you got to do some content on that guy. I think his name was Roy. What's that name? His name is Randy SoCal. Go to his page. He has a 6-second Jessica X tribute video. And sometime before he made that one, he made a 14-second Gorilla Glue drinking video. Yeah, you can do some content on that guy. He's an interesting character. Now, what I don't like is when people like that who lurk around and hang out in the space, they get caught. See, the manosphere niggas are weirdos. That's what I don't like. When we spot out people who doing weird stuff, oh, you know him? Okay, that's Reg guy. That's Reg boy. Whose man's is this? That's Reg man. Reg, you brought him? You brought him to the space? That's Reg's boy. I didn't know that. We pinning him on you. You are responsible for all of that. We are charging Reg up. That is your boy. I was sitting there looking at it like, whose man's is this? That's Reg's man right there. He said, it was my man. What happened? Why did he stop? Was it the Gorilla Glue video, the Jessica X shrine, or what made you kick him off the boat? What happened? Why'd you get rid of him? Because right now I'm like, come get your boy, man. Come get your boy. Shout out to Logan JJ. Yeah, Reg, you got to come get your boy. You can't just be turning him loose over here on us like that, man. Get your boy back in line, man. That's your guy. We don't know him. I'm about to finish the rest of this video. Then I'm gonna open it up, even though homeboy got me all off topic. Homeboy got me all off topic. But we weren't playing this whole video anyway. But let's roll for a little bit. But hold on. See, necessary backup. Since we getting back on time. Nah, I can't save him, Reg. That's your boy. That's your boy. You got to handle that one. You got to handle that one. Shout out to Leo Anthony, says support Black Male Media. Hit the goddamn like button. Hit the goddamn like button. But getting back on the topic here. Why is his hairline so far back? Who you talking about, homeboy right here or me? No, that's a normal hairline for over 30. Well, I mean, it ain't normal. And yes, this is the 8 at the table, people. Queen Q and Kaya. If you're talking about his hairline, that's to me, that's a. I mean, I'm almost 40, so you know, I don't hate on hairlines. If you got something there that the barber can line up, then you doing good. You doing good. So we don't hairline shame over here. We do not hairline shame. Long as you ain't getting your George Jefferson on, you're all right with me. You are all right with me. If you walking around with George Jefferson. Oh, I don't think she was talking about my hairline. My hairline normal-ish for an almost 40-year-old man. She talking about my hairline? I mean, it could stand to get sharpened up a little bit. It can definitely use a little, you know, about time for me. Yeah, see, it's time for me to get a haircut. It's time for me to get a haircut. But as far as how far back my hairline is, no, mine is where it you know generally ought to be. I turned 39 this month. If you turn 39 and you still got hair on top, can get a line going across, even if it's, you know, 10 years ago, it probably used to be, you know, about right there. So yeah, at 39, if it just went back a little bit, but you still can get a straight line across for a head of hair, you solid. Deacon Dave says he's thinning out on top. I'm thinning in some areas you can't tell right now, but sometimes when I cut my hair, if I'm not careful, I'll expose my thinning spots. But overall, I'm good. I'm good. I'm hoping to make it, you know, solid into my 40s with hair pretty much like what I got right now. If I can make it to 50 with this, I'm good. At 50, I can go in and murder one it. I can go in and shave it all off at 50. But right now, I'm good. Right now, I am good. Shout out to Black's Word 404 in the building. Shout out to Black's Word 404 in the building with the $1.
Wait a minute. What's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough.
Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Appreciate you coming through. Man, Sincere cracking up in the building. Said, LOL, at least you ain't bald like most of them nowadays. Yeah, Negroes be walking around bald. But you got to. I mean, it is what it is. Once you get to the point where your hairline, where you either looking like George Jefferson or short of a George Jefferson, you looking like Sonic the Hedgehog because your junk going back like that. You looking like Vegeta. Like, yeah, it's time to just cut it all off. You can't be looking like Sonic the Hedgehog. You can't have a Sonic the Hedgehog hairline. You got to just cut that off. Yeah, Jay the Conqueror said, I'd rather be bald and have that Vegeta hairline. Hell yeah. And be walking around looking like Sonic the Hedgehog. You got to just cut it all off. When you get to that point, it's just time to let go and let God. Just send the troops home. They fought a good battle. The war is over. Send them home. Send them on their way. You got too many soldiers dying on the battlefield. You're losing too many battles. You're about to lose the war. Just send the troops on home. It's over. Send them on home. Let go, let God. It's okay. You can be a nice Montel Williams, Michael Jordan, paved the way to where brothers don't got to walk around because you can't comb over an afro. You know, white guys, they got a little bit of hair right here in the middle, but they bald all right here. But they got hair right here. They can swoopy doop the whirly twirl that shit and cover it up. We can't do that. We just got to cut it off. Montel Williams and Michael Jordan paved the way. All right. Cut it off. Cut it off. Doc Rivers is the man. That nigga gonna die with a hairline, even though he thin as hell right here. He got enough hair right here to where his junk be sharp. Doc Rivers is the man. That's the aging, balding hairline champion of the world right there. Doc Rivers gonna die with that hairline. He gonna be the only 90-year-old man just walker going to the barbershop on a walker getting a lineup. I know old dudes getting lineups no more. They like never let go, like a Titanic. Would you let Leonardo DiCaprio freeze to death, but still was like, I'll never let go. Like, nah, let go. Ain't no holding the line. Send the troops home. Yeah, don't donate these niggas some dreads. That's gonna be worse because they're gonna be looking like Stevie Wonder with just 2 dreadlocks just dangling back there, looking like Goro. Just bald with just a little island of dread back there. Nah, Stephen A. Smith. Yeah, well, he gonna hold the line. Stephen A. Smith gonna hold the line on his junk like right here, but he holding the line. He ain't going bald. He ain't cutting it off. Stephen A. Smith is gonna hold the line. Oh man. Shout out to Chris G in the building with the $1.
Wait a minute. What's this? This ain't enough. Make it enough.
All right. And I'm trying to get back on subject, man. Y'all be killing me. Recap for those that weren't here. Chicken and Yellow talking about savage if you can get all that you can get from a man without giving him the badge. He's arguing the brother in the black with the dreads or braids. I don't know what he got going on up there. Brother in the black hoodie is saying, you ain't no savage. You just being a savage to simps or weak dudes. It's a fair point there. These ain't no real men. These ain't no real niggas that you're doing that to. You just getting over on suckers. That's what he said. He didn't say, he said you're getting over on suckers. And there's some truth in that. But a lot of guys are suckers. Guys who aren't manosphered out, who believe that women are made of sugar and spice and everything nice, which I was one of them, who thought that you can just genuinely show up and take women out on genuine dates and do genuine stuff. And that was that. Shout out to Mr. Palmer. I'll be over on his show on Monday. Make sure y'all go and check that out. What is going on? Why you time out, homeboy? I didn't see he said nothing crazy. Trying to figure out what he said, but I trust your judgment, but I don't know what the brother said that was worthy of timing out. He said donate 100. Donate 100. Amen. What's up? Yeah, I don't know what's the deal, what's going on there. But you timed him out. But I will be on Mr. Palmer's channel on Monday. Make sure you check that out. Make sure you check it out. We'll be promoting and advertising that going forward. But yeah, that was the recap. She said she is savage because she can get what she want from a man without giving him sex. But he says you're only being a savage on suckers. You see, now you notice what she's saying there. She basically saying that when she meet a dude who not a sucker, she go the other way. A dude who gonna be standing strong on his principles and who he is and what he is, a guy that she can't control and manipulate. She's saying she go the other way. Oh shit, my bad, fellas. My bad. Hold on. Let me back up. My bad. My bad. I don't know how long y'all was listening without hearing. My bad. My bad. There was some good stuff said too. My bad. My bad. Yeah, and I saw some ill-advised timeouts taking place. But shout out to the Rod to God podcast. Somebody who I just found out today. Someone who I just found out about today, who I assume by his name, he had a channel. I went to his channel and everything looked cool. I didn't go to his channel and see a Jessica X Shrine and a dude talking about drinking Gorilla Glue. I went to his channel and looked like I saw some real content from this up-and-coming brother who I'm going to investigate. And he just came through and dropped $100 on the show. $100 super chat just gave him a wrench. Welcome aboard. Appreciate you. Let me see what's going on with all these timeout. Okay, yes, people in here saying subscribe to this person, subscribe to this person. Mike and Vince Perkins. Why Mike and Vince Perkins get timed out? No, that was a bad timeout. Sincere cracking up when he said F child support. He was talking about Mr. Palmer's channel, which used to be called Fuck Child Support, because that's his slogan, his tagline. But I think he changed the name to Mr. Palmer because you can't really be called Fuck Child Support as the title of your YouTube name. So that was a bad timeout. You didn't have to time out Mike and Vince Perkins for that. But shout out to Rod the God podcast. Came through with a $100 super chat, and y'all know what we do whenever somebody drop $100 on us. We got to get Smokey to count.
20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140.
Wait a minute, that's $100.
Shout out to the Rod to God podcast. Just joined the squad. Appreciate you coming on through. Appreciate you dropping the $100 on the channel. I appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. People are saying they still don't hear anything. No, y'all can definitely hear my voice. I know y'all can hear me. This person, you're probably behind the stream. Person who's saying that you're behind the stream. That would be Dre 500. And I'm correcting the problem as we speak. Hold up. Problem is being corrected as we speak. So I will back up a little bit. She's saying she's a savage because she can get money and gifts and treats and trinkets, dinner dates, or whatever she wants up out of guys. When she could do that without giving up to sex, that's when she's winning. If you're getting all that, but you're giving up to sex, you're losing, because in her mind, a fair exchange is a loss. So you're only winning if you're getting all the stuff that you're getting without giving up anything. That's what's going on in the mind of this individual here. That's what makes her a savage. And a brother responded by saying, you being a savage to suckers. You only being a savage on suckers. That don't make you a savage. You only a savage. You can pull it off on a real nigga. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what was said, just to get y'all up to speed on what was going on. All right, here we go.
So Rico, you could be right with that. Maybe they are simps, maybe they whatever. But if I know it's not you guys wanting to propose to you or proposing to you, and you turning them down. Because like, what the fuck? But no, it's not crazy. It's not crazy because a lot of females.
That's a sucker though. You savage and sucker. You savage and a sucker. You're not savage and a savage.
It's not savaging a sucker if you know how to go about it the right way.
To be the best, you gotta beat the best, Alan.
No, I'm gonna be honest. I don't fall for those type of men. Like I spot them. Maybe you right, Rico, because I don't fall for those. Because I see them and I go the other way. I don't even play with them. I don't even want to go ball to ball with you. Like I'm good. go your way because you're not about to play in my face. So I'm like, go your way. I'm gonna go mine. So Rico, you could be right with that. Maybe they are simps. Maybe they whatever. But if I know.
Now, yeah, the point that I pointed out before when I was responding to that, but y'all couldn't hear. Shout out to Black Wolf. I don't got your special greeting yet. But shout out to Black Wolf down there. If y'all understand what she was saying right there, she was basically saying if she meet a guy who's strong on and stand on his principles and this or that, when she meet guys like that, she go the other way. Something that's also confirmed what we've been saying for a while. They like to be with weaker guys who they can control, and that's the guys that she's being her little savage on, that she's being I'm a savage, classy, bougie, ratchet, whatever the thing, basically she's doing that to. So the guy was technically right. You're doing that to suckers, you're doing that to weak men, and she's basically saying when she sees a non-weak man, she goes the other way. But I tend to believe at some point later in life she's gonna be on some, we're all the good, strong men, and men are weak, and I need somebody to lead me. You're going to be on that later. But we can see the decisions that a lot of them make, the thought processes that a lot of them have. Yeah, Logan JJ, that's what the brother was actually telling her, yeah. But that's not being a savage. That's catching a sucker to lick. Yeah, exactly. Moral of the story on our end, because when we have these conversations, these red pill manospherean conversations, yeah, we will talk about the call out the type of stuff that women do, but then there's also the male accountability aspect of it. There's some red pill truth in calling out the type of stuff that women do. That's over here. Y'all can't see my hands. That's over here. The type of stuff that women do. One thing to call that out and make it clear what women do, how some of them have. I'm the type of person to say hashtag not all, but to make it clear how a noticeable percentage of them think. That's one aspect of the red pill truth. The other aspect of it is what you're going to do over here in response to it, what you're going to do with the information. Your job is not to say, oh, these women are horrible. And no. Your job is to not be weak and not be the sucker getting licked. That's what your job is. Our job is to influence as many men to not be the sucker getting licked. And ultimately, women like that would just be miserable and by themselves. In a perfect world, there wouldn't be no suckers to lick. But if you are that person who does, as they say, lead with your wallet, still got to have obviously some game about yourself to where you're making sure you're getting what you want from that woman, that you're getting that reciprocity. So I want to make it very clear that this ain't about just complaining about how awful they are, so stay away from them. No. You can still, you can win, depending on how you define winning. That's a separate show. That's a separate show. Shout out to Big Poke Dog in the building. Appreciate you coming through with the $10 super chat.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want. Everything? Everything. You.
All right, we're going to look at a little bit more of this. I got 250 people in the building. Make sure y'all hit the like button. 165 on the likes. That ain't bad. Let's see if we can get that up to 200. But them likes ain't bad. Them likes ain't bad at all.
I would do the savage. I know he take down this shorty and take down this shorty and take down this shorty and be making girls cry and everything. Why? I don't care. Right. I'm good. Right.
Man, she wants to be in a strong position of making men cry. That's what she at with it. But don't call them masculine. No, just playing. Not really.
So you honestly say that a lot of women and men prey on the weak.
Facts.
Sure. It's not. Let me tell you, it's not really. I'm sorry, Danny, but it's not really the weak because I know Rod could get, females, whether he's good looking dude, he's tall or whatever. I know Rico's a good looking dude. I would still try them. Like I would still play with them. I would still.
You just contradicted yourself. You said she just contradicted herself that fast. When they pointed out, and this is why I like to analyze this, because keep in mind, these women are just coming raw, just saying their raw thoughts in their head. And then they got an immediate response where somebody said, just pointed out that, yeah, women prey on the weak too. And then she didn't want to stand in it. Now, when I was first watching this, I thought she was going to stand in it and say, yeah, that's true. I prey on the weak. That's the reason I call myself a savage. I prey on the weak. She didn't want to stand in that. And so she doubled back. Y'all saw that, right? Y'all saw her moonwalk back. She had to pull a moonwalk on that one. Had to get her she trying to spin move out of that. Because she didn't want to stand on it and stand in it and say, yeah, men and women prey on the weak. And women do it too. And seeing as we got something, a vag, that men want extremely bad, that we're in more of a position to prey on the weak amongst the men. She didn't want to. She could have just stood in that, but she didn't. She didn't want to do that. Now she's trying to deflect. Now she's trying to deflect away from that. She didn't want to stand in her truth on that one.
The weak because I'm good.
So you honestly say then a lot of women and men prey on the weak.
Facts.
Sure. It's not. Let me tell you, it's not really. I'm sorry, Danny, but it's not really the weak because I know Rod could get, females, whether he's good looking dude, he's tall or whatever. I know Rico's a good looking dude. I would still try them. Like I would still play with them. I would still until it will be a cat and mouse until he tired of me. Like seriously, it will be a cat and mouse.
But that's not savage though.
Well, you know what? But that's why I'm not running.
And that's not going the other way like she initially said. Oh, she just said she's not running, but then eventually, before she said she do just run the other way. Hold on.
And mouse until he tired of me. Like seriously, it'll be a cat and mouse.
That's not savage though.
Well, you know what? But that's why I'm not running. But my thing is, I know what he want. I know what he want.
The thing about it is, why did you equate not giving the box to someone and say you did some that wasn't savagery? First of all, if this guy really was sincere into you, right, and you without even having sex with you the whole 9 yards, this is a man that sounded like he wanted to court you and take you seriously, and you played yourself. That's one. But
That's what I was saying from the start. That's what I was saying from the start. That the guy who actually wants to treat her right in their mind, that's the guy who's weak. That's the guy who's weak, who they want to prey on. Then when they called it out, that's the guy that's weak that they want to prey on, she tried to moonwalk backwards away from that one, but he's rightfully pointing out that you're not being a savage, you're just playing yourself because you're screwing over the decent dude. That's truly what they're talking. That ain't even a part I came in here to expecting to talk about, but that's a factor. That's that factor in the equation when the guy is a decent dude but ignorant of women. I do got sympathy for that guy. He do got to get some education. He do got to get some education. I got sympathy for him. If he's genuinely a decent dude who's just operating on some traditional type stuff, he's genuinely pursuing this woman and she like, oh, I got me a sucker. I'm about to try to get as many dates or as many this or as many that as much as I can out of him. And he's just green and don't understand the game that's being played in front of him. I do got Sister George, don't pretend like you agree with me. All right, I'm just going. I'm not. should Sister George get her wrench back? Let's put it to a vote. 1, if she should get her wrench back. 2, if she shouldn't. Let's put it to a vote. Let's put it to a vote. One, if she should get her wrench. No, your vote don't count, Sister George. 1, if she should get her wrench. 2, if she shouldn't get her wrench back. Don't vote twice. No voting twice. This is close. God dang, this is close. This is closer than when MOT and Hood Conservative had to do the recount vote on the Prophet of Thought series, where they had to name the winner the next day. That's how close this one is. All right. Somebody help me out too, because I'm gonna mess up. Let me count the ones. 1, okay. Grown man business came up the clouds with that 2. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. All right, 16 ones. The polls are closed. No more voting. All right, let's count these 2s up. Okay, Hood Conservative voted with a no. He didn't say 2, but that's going to count. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It's like Steph Curry running up the score at the end of the 3-point contest. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay. Yeah, that's a wrap. That is a wrap. What did y'all come up with? Did y'all come up about with what I came up with? Somebody else tell me what they think the score is, what the score was. I got it like 17 to 20 something. Nothing personal, Sister George. It's just as you said, y'all don't need us. And there she go playing dumb. But when we say that BGS, no, I ain't gonna count that BGS clip. All right, so the vote was in. Somebody says 21 to 32 wins. See, I must have missed some. So all right, that's a wrap. We'll try this again later. But as of right now, the vote is no. It was a good race. So you got some people pulling for you. You got people pulling for you, Sister George. You got people in your corner. You really do. It was something like, low 20s to somebody say 29 2s, and I think the highest I saw was 21 1s. said, too bad, not sad. Sister, better luck next time. You got people in your corner, you know. You was about to get it back, but I'd be in the clouds trying to find any reason to not give you your wrench back. All you had to do was just stay off Little Big Nate's panel. You ain't had to get up there trying to argue and go back and forth with Little Nate over that petty stuff. That's his channel. Let him rock. You getting up there trying to argue with that man for? Dang goddamn lame. Act like you got some sense. Women can't have wrenches on my channel. Be going around acting a goddamn monkey in this space. You were semi well behaved, but you still was on some bull. It was the one when he and I recommend that stream. I didn't watch all of it, but the parts I watched of it was pretty funny when he responded to the male feminist guy who's who actually just started his channel according to the Sister George's community tab. He just started his channel, but Lil Big Nate responded to his appearance on my show. It's called I think Paco the Pillow Biter or something like that. So just go to Lil Big Nate's channel and check that out. And you can see their performance. You can see her performance. I'm not going to play the performance that lost her wrench. I'm not even going to even talk about that wholesale ratchetry that we saw right there. That was some wholesale full Super Saiyan hyena shit she was on that day. Shout out to Snuggles. This is for Sister George to get her wrench back. Don't start taking up for hyenas. Snuggles 668 in the building said this is for Sister George to get her wrench back. And for the people that don't want her to get her wrench back, put money on it. I bet they won't. I don't like to do stuff like that to run up a tab, but I guarantee if I said $2 no, I said drop $5 to keep Sister George's wrench. No, if I said don't do it. I'm not trying to run up a tab like that. But if I said everybody, let's see if we can get. I don't want to do like the church because the church would do that. We need 50 people to get in line and give $10 for. No, they say 100. I've seen the church say need 50 people to get in line and give 100. The church would do that. But if I did say, let's see if we can get how many $10 super chats we can get to keep Sister George's wrench going indefinitely. Oh yeah, I probably can get about 50 brothers to drop 10 right now to keep that wrench going indefinitely. They will come through. Oh shit! See?
Hi, I'm Snuggly Softness. That's really less expensive.
See, you don't want to start that, Snuggles, and I don't want to do it. But it's plenty of brothers support this space. And whenever somebody say, hey, I need everybody to drop 5 for this particular specific reason, Nick Rose will come through and drop that. Ramil just did it recently when he was going in on C Boogie. He had everybody just Ramil collected like $1,000 that day on some making a point to see Boogie. Like the manosphere is where it's at. The manosphere is where it's popping. We get money over here. We doing our goddamn thing. And I'm not going to reiterate his arguments because that was his arguments towards C Boogie. I sent him like a $40 cash app because I appreciated him. I try to keep it clean on my channel, but hey, he said some things that was necessary in my opinion. So even I sent him something for it. But brothers came through. But anyway, Grown Man Benders in the building says for Sister George to never get another wrench. See, Snuggles, you don't want to. Oh shit. Oh, all right. Stop. We ain't doing that today. We are not doing that today. GMB, do not try to match. I don't even know what to do with this information. Sister George just sent $100 super chat. Her, like I don't know. I feel real uncomfortable right now. Her sending a $100 super chat. You know, like like your auntie ever gave you like some money, and she pulled it out her bra, and you ain't want to touch the money because it it had old lady titty sweat on it, and it's like, you know, that's how I feel about that $100 Sister George just gave me. It's like your musty auntie handing you $5, but she reached in her bra to get it, and you're like, I'm good. That's how I feel about that $100. But the brothers are standing strong. Hold on. Oh shoot. Hold on. Son is how Rob says you took her wrench for a reason. Let it stay away. Goshen in the building says lobby contribution of restricting wrench assignments. They ain't going. Leo Anthony in the building says, let's not forget she brought the male feminists to go back and forth and with you okay, hold on, to go back and with, I think you mean back and forth with you, and said you was going to give her the wrench back. She contribute to the space in her own way, though I don't always agree with her. Yeah, but she's passionately, like, okay, they will front like they're in favor of black male causes, but the reality is they are the resistance. They are a part of the sisterhood. They play nice because their channel was built in the Black Manosphere algorithm, so they play nice with the brothers. But I know sisterhood talking points when I hear them. I know covert feminist talking points when I hear them. I know what they really about. So I mean, I can't. Yes, they contribute to the space in that they're the resistance. They built their camp, their base. They're fighting. It's almost like building an outpost, or I'm not familiar with war. It's like building a camp, a base behind enemy lines. Like you got behind enemy lines, but you built your little fort and your moat where you're gonna fight at behind enemy lines. But we can't lose sight of the simple fact that, you know,
but they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
We can't lose sight of that.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
We can't. GMB dropped 50 saying no, don't give her the wrench. Goshen came back, and she dropped 100, and then Goshen came back with 100 saying keep the wrench gone. The brothers are speaking with their money. Leo Anthony is like, I see Bernard, you don't trust them. Like do y'all not, what is it to trust? Like when you talk about somebody, like, for example, somebody who's saying all the right things, that's a situation where you can like step back and say, I don't know if I trust them. I don't know if I trust them. They saying all the right things, but I don't know if I trust them. They are literally saying all the wrong things. So it's not a situation of, I don't know if we should trust them. And they sitting there, they're the counter argument to the space. They're the counter punch to the manosphere. She's with you know, that sector of people who are building up channels to just, their whole channel exists just to go after the space, just to go at the manosphere. How do y'all not see the breakdown of woman's perspective as one of those channels? How am I missing something? Am I missing something? Or do y'all see their channel as no different from a female channel like Kendra D, for example? Do y'all seriously not see their channel as no different? Like, I mean, we can point to channels that are in line with the vision of the space, and we can clearly point to channels that are against the overall vision of the space. They're in the against category. Now, it's good. The shtick of their channel is that it's good for conversation and debate. I like that. That's the only thing I like about it. It's good for back and forth. You know, I do like the idea of honest critics in the manosphere. I mean, honest critics that push back against some of the things that said, but we can't deny the simple fact that they are the pushback. They are the resistance. They're no different from all the other channels that fight against the manosphere. Only thing is that they, in a more politically savvy, diplomatic way, figured out how to negotiate some type of treaty or agreement to where they can fight the fight in a more diplomatic way behind the enemy lines. But they're still fighting. Did I say Kendra G or Kendra D? Because somebody said Kendra G's makeup is... I meant to say Kendra D. Hopefully I said that right. But Kendra D is an example of a female channel that is in line with the space. And yes, I do gotta say, even though there's the sexy avatar, sexy voice, sexy aspect of what draw people in with Jessica X, all of her talking points are lined up very closely and very tightly with the vision of the space. That can't be denied. That part can't be denied. Hold up, I'm missing. Oh, snap. Hold on, I think I'm missing something. I'm missing people, dude. Hold on. Did I miss a... No, that was when... Oh, wait, no, that's an old $100 super chat. So I got Goshen, I see GMB right there. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who's been supporting. I didn't want no super chat wars, even though, I mean, I've made some good money when y'all go to having them super chat wars, but Sister George almost bought a wrench. Goshen wasn't going for it. GMB and Goshen wasn't going for it. Women in the manosphere is a contradiction. I don't think so entirely. Melody is somebody who, you know, everything that she talks about or everything that she does is in line with the space, with the vision of the space. But I understand somebody sitting there like, I don't trust her. But she's saying all the right things, but I understand why somebody would be like, I don't trust her though. But how could you be saying, I don't trust her to somebody who's literally saying all the wrong things? Somebody who's literally countering you at every point. But I don't know if I should trust them. They're countering you at every point. So yeah, they're in the algorithm, but yes, we have an understanding of what and who they are. They are the resistance. They are the pushback. And it's a nice debate show. But think about that. Them building a channel in this space, in this algorithm, now they can debate and counter and push back to all the talking points, but they get to control the conversation versus before when they was at the back of the bus, when they had to take the link to Obsidian's channel and have no control and get completely torn to shreds. Now they can control the conversation. So it was brilliant. It was tactical. It was political. But I know when I'm talking to somebody who's not on the same team, I can acknowledge that. I can acknowledge that. But I do respect what they've done as strategic content creators. They are strategic content creators, and I do like a good debate. Really, nigga? She said, we have a good channel that influences the space a lot. You still fucking up. Influence. Influence. You don't influence shit. You say some ridiculous stuff that we react to sometimes, but influence? Like what? What? Like, come on. Influence. You need to get tossed out right now for that one. You need to get sent up out of here for that one. Talking about influence. That's not influence. That is not influence. Not at all. But I do acknowledge that it is for lack of a better way to describe it, it's a decent channel where, I mean, y'all could do better in some areas, I think. Obsidian has criticized y'all on that one. Obsidian, but either way it go, it is a good channel where y'all start the conversation from y'all perspective, and y'all do like a, I think 30-minute to an hour dialogue with each other, where y'all say a bunch of bullshit, and then people come up and debate y'all. It's a good shtick. I get it. Like, I understand the appeal to the show. Somebody's asking, how did she lose her wrench? Because on another prominent, it's a prominent content creator in this space who I respect, and even though a lot of y'all may disagree with some of his points or disagree with him on this or that, he's still a founding member of this space who I have a lot of respect for. And she hopped up on a panel when he was on a panel and went full Super Saiyan hyena. And it was just such a display of just a mass quantity of ratchetry to where even though it didn't happen on my channel, I was like, that was an infraction to the point to where she should lose her wrench on everybody's channel. But I can't control what other people do, so I took her wrench on my channel as a way of making the point that you can't be a woman in this space and think you about to go panel hopping, disrespecting men in this space, and then everything cool. We just gonna, be shits and giggles the next day, even though, because if you just took a shit on him like that, you'll do the same thing to me, you'll do it to anybody. So no, if you're gonna be a woman in this space with a wrench, you're gonna act like you got some goddamn sense going from panel to panel. You can't be walking around with a wrench on people's channel and you're doing bullshit like that. So that's why I took her wrench. And there was a de facto vote. Well, no, there was a full-blown vote and then a monetary vote to keep her wrench going when I was considering giving it back. So there's that. There's that. All right. All right, here we go. The video, the topic is done. I pretty much said, shout out to Complex Design. He says, earned, says who? I have more influence around here than you do, Sister Joe. Yes, I agree. I absolutely agree. I agree with that. Influence, it can be eyes watching you does not necessarily mean influence. LAR movement don't get as many views as a lot of people, but LAR movement has a lot of influence in this space. The topics and the titles and his analysis of those topics and titles do spark a lot of thought, and other content creators who get more views may piggyback on what he said. So that's a situation where somebody, it's not just about clicks and views when it comes to influence. LAR have influence in this space. Leo Anthony says, Abanar, Angry Man flipped out on her for something he thought she said. He didn't flip out on her, though. He was technically wrong because he thought she was saying something that she wasn't. So he was technically wrong on that. And he responded kind of harsh, but it was just a normal, it was just like a normal wait. Hold on. What you mean that blah, 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 blah? It was just a normal, you know, it was normal. Put it like that. It wasn't that bad. And this is the black manosphere, so if anything, is going to be male privilege. So a man has right to or more leeway to make an honest mistake and think that a woman said some bullshit and he correct her bullshit. The correct response from her was to come up, hey, Angry Man, that's not what I said. What I was actually saying is I was responding to this and I was saying that. You thought I was saying this, but I really was saying this. That's not what happened. In that situation, Angry Man would have been like, oh, my bad. Carry on. And that could have been done. But she took that as an opportunity because she must assess that the person whose panel it was, who caused everybody else bitch broke. She must assess that he wasn't going to have the temerity to shut her down, mute her, or kick her off the panel or whatever. But she came up and didn't just try to correct the record. She came up and called him everything. You bitch ass motherfucker. You fat motherfucker. She went off. She went on a 1 minute rant. Called him more bitches than what Tupac called Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice. So really, it wasn't about the honest mistake that he made. It was about, oh, I have an opportunity to just go cuss this nigga out because I want to cuss this nigga out. That's what it was. It wasn't about the merits of what happened. It was, I'm about to take this opportunity because she probably blocked on his channel. I'm pretty sure she blocked on his channel. So yeah, she just took that as an opportunity to just go be a out-of-pocket ratchet bitch on a respected member of this space. It wasn't about the merits of what happened. It wasn't. Okay, you're not blocked on this channel? Okay, I just assumed you were. But either way it go, you know you don't got access to his channel to go up and say how you really feel about him. But you took that as an opportunity. Oh, I caught him on a panel with the link in the chat. Let me hop up and go cuss this nigga out and then drop down and leave. So she went on a long, 1 minute long Super Saiyan Ratchet Hyena fest and then left the panel. Somebody saying, what did she say to him? I just said she jumped up there to call the man more bitches than what Tupac called Janet Jackson in Poetic Justice. Do I need to explain anything else? Do I need to print out a transcript? Like, what? Why are y'all asking all these detailed, clarifying questions? I mean,
They are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
Like, goddamn. Like, is y'all serious? This was on Platinum's panel a while back. So just long story short, when that happened, I took her wrench and she ain't had a wrench since then. And she was, you know, trying to petition to get her wrench back. And I put it to a vote and the audience has spoken. It was like a 30-20 vote. And then she put money on the table and then brothers put more money on the table. So as it stands, she does not have a wrench. Now, we're pulling up on what is the last hour of the show because I'm 2 hours in right now. Says LAR and Ted Santos are underrated in this space. Yeah, LAR is definitely underrated. I got to probably do another show. Got to contact LAR. LAR is definitely the man.
These last $2, I'm not gonna lose.
The young and the wrenchless. All right. I am putting the link in the chat. I am opening it up for everybody except for Sister George, because I'm not trying to debate my decision. So, Sister George, you are not welcome today because the decision was made. However, there was a topic going on that we can talk about that topic. We could perhaps loosely talk about the related issue, but I really don't care to have that conversation with Sister George because I know what I saw. And I hate having those conversations with women where, well, in this space, you have these conversations with men too, where somebody try to convince you that you ain't see what the fuck you saw. Hold on. You ain't just say that right there, Rod the God podcast, because I know I got clips, and that's one of them that I stole when somebody is just hopelessly losing the debate.
You can't win!
That's one of my clips I've been waiting to use. I want to hear it from your perspective, though, on how to handle something. I just gave you my perspective on how to handle something. Yeah, the original topic is long gone. The original topic is long gone. The breakdown models for other women that arguing with men is still the cultural norm. The men are tired of hyena culture. Interesting. Queen Q, unfortunately, you have to realize the consequences of your actions. You have freedom of speech, but not freedom of consequence. And this is a consequence. Very well said. That is very true. You have freedom of speech. You don't have freedom of rebuke. You don't have freedom of criticism. And you don't have freedom of being shunned. Now, you're still a part of this. You can hang out. You can be in the chat. And every day except for today, going forward, I will even start re-welcoming you on the panel. Actually, I've never fully disinvited you from coming on the panel. But not today. You ain't hopping up today.
Hey, what's going on, Bernard?
Skydiving.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Hey,
another day at the office, man.
I'm just trying to tap in, man. What's the deal with Sister Joy, man? Like it seems like she's not debating. It's more like she's want to argue. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference when you want to debate and argue. That's what it seems like. What I'm just seeing from the topic. You know what I'm saying with her. You know.
You talking about what they do on their channel or just right now?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like Bernard, like what's up with them? Like why are they always trying to go against the movement?
Oh, because they're against it.
Oh, so they're just like the ones that just like don't want to show no.
Listen. You
don't want to show
what's up with them?
No support.
You said why are they always trying to go against the movement? The answer to that question is because they're against it.
But they are who we thought they were, and we let them off the hook.
That's
Oh yeah, I get it. I know how you deal with those people.
Yeah, I mean,
I get
it is what it is, and keep in mind, the market can choose, and the market chose their channel, and they did a good job at hopping on panels, soliciting endorsement from people in this space. BGS gave them a good endorsement, good shout out, got them going. Obsidian did. I'm somebody who, if you know the history of my channel, I was very strategic in how I got into the algorithm too. So I'm not knocking that as just, being the smart, savvy content creator, but I'm not going to deny what they are.
Right.
They are against the space.
Right.
They are. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. There's no way around that. So yeah. So when we see them do stupid shit, then is what it is. But we got Edward.
The reason why I say
Anderson.
that, Bernard, because
go ahead, real quick. I'm gonna pass it to Ed.
Is it cool? Is it still cool? Like chime in? Like can I still like listening? Is that all right?
Oh no, you cool. No, yeah, you actually you can just hang out right there. Just mute up when you're not talking because you do got a little bit of background noise.
Yeah. I got you.
Yeah, no, you cool. Yeah, you can hang out on the panel. No doubt. Edward Anderson in the building. Go ahead. What you got?
No, nothing much. Yeah, I mean, I guess before I come in, I've been jumping in and out of your panel. I don't know where you are right now.
Okay.
That way I can just not start monologuing on some other shit.
No, go ahead. Actually, this is open discussion right now. The original topic is long gone. We've been on some other shit, so just pick up wherever you, pick up wherever you wanted to pick it up at. Go ahead.
Well, what I said earlier when I was first commenting, I was like, "Yo, man, you taking up too many of the slots, man. You got the morning slot Monday through Fridays. There's the primetime anchors, and then there's the weekend anchors. You got to let the weekend anchors have their fun. But no, it's all good.
Yeah, no. So I wasn't gonna come on today, but I ended up taking Friday off.
Yeah.
So that's why this Saturday came, and I normally do a Sunday. I do a Sunday show with Ike. So I'm taking up the weekend. I did take 2 days off.
Good.
But,
yeah,
I understand what you mean. I do try not to, if it get past a certain time, I won't go on because now it's like I'm cutting into the slots that other people normally do, like Fantastic normally go on around the afternoon. Me and Ramil be on at the same time.
Yeah,
all the time.
Sometimes 500. Yeah, he got 500 people right now, so there's more than enough at the Manosphere. Yeah,
I'm glad about that. I'm glad, because I've been hovering around 300, and if he hovering around 5, that just says that it's a big market. And that's cool. That's cool. So
yeah, but and Ramil, it's gonna be some fuckery, some niggas getting cussed out. Ramil, that's damn near guarantee on his shit.
Yeah,
or it's gonna be some crazy ass topic,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I love Ramil can talk about a serious topic that got something to do with business or real estate, or he can talk about some fuckery, and he get the views either way. So shout out to Ramil all day.
Yeah. All day. But what I would say, as far as kind of generally what you all was talking about, is one of the things that we need to understand, and Ramil kind of talks about this with his pump and dump strategy, is men have to you have to understand that black men are 6% of the population in the United States of America. Mm-hmm. We are 6%, meaning we have if the problem is sexual access, women's power is it sex. They are the gatekeepers of sexual access. Nobody debates this, right?
Right.
So the more you can, just like how they keep, the people, whoever controls the diamond industry, they keep the price high by minimizing the supply of diamonds. It's the same thing with what NAFTA did when NAFTA gave a lot of the big corporations much more access to labor, the ability to take stuff overseas, like the car industry, like to Mexico and stuff, for a lower price, aka you can buy more cars. Men have to learn how to create. And let me be clear, we're not talking about tricking here. So, because I know how motherfuckers are with tricking in the chat. That's not what I'm talking about. We're gonna have this conversation completely outside of that, because we already know with the price of coffee, like BGS says, and all that. We get all that. That's not what we're talking. We're talking about purely supply and demand. The reality is, black men, for some reason, they believe that they deserve cookie points for limiting their options to exclusively black women. And the thing is, black women don't even respect those black men. Like when you look at dudes like Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, dudes that have been married to black women for a long time consistently, whether it's dudes that have kids with black women, it doesn't matter. They still get the same nigga treatment we all get. At the end of the day, you're still just a nigga, even though you're exclusive to black women. And so on top of that, all of their power, and Sister George down there, this is why I get annoyed when she say, well, at the end of the day, you gonna still hit this pussy. That shouldn't even be a statement she could make. No, I know why she makes it, because this is how a lot of most women think. So the thing that guys have to understand, this is not about, you could interpret this as a SYSB message, but if you were to have sex with 100 different non-black women, and then you have a kid with a black woman, the only thing that counts is who you had the kid with. Like other groups of men understand there's a difference between who you commit to as far as you want to create a family for your own legacy and then sexual access. They're taught to separate those two things. This is why a lot of other groups can have sex with black women, but not necessarily marry them and have kids with them. They can say, oh no, I wouldn't make her my wife, but they're good to fuck though, that ass though. See, black men don't think that way because we're not socialized to. So my point is, once you get when black men, these are already kind of like this, but once you get to the point where you don't give them that power, a lot of their ability to do the bullshit they do is gone. It goes down. It free falls because their only power is the point that you're pursuing them in the first place because you give them that power. This is why women are always talking about attention, and the resources that come with it because they are extremely sensitive to that. So if dudes as a collective group, because individually that's an individual choice, but if dudes as a collective group start exercising those decisions, then you'll see a lot of they may change, they may not, it doesn't matter. The point is that puts the power in your hands, irregardless of what they do. Now, whether they decide to get smart and change, or whether they decide to say, fuck it, I'm just going to deal with other women, that's on them. But the point is, as far as the man's outcomes, a lot of what black men go through, they choose to deal with. Just like I said, the friend zone is a volunteer army. A lot of this bullshit dudes deal with is volunteer too.
Oh, yeah. Real quick, shout out to Red Sings the Blues. I will be checking that email. And special thanks and shout out to the brothers who, when everybody was sending in those payments to keep Sister George wrenchless, the young and the wrenchless over here. Well, shout out to Stack or Starve. Says totally agree. Make a stand. He sent a $50 cash app. Little Big Nate came through, sent a $20 cash app. Said salute. I'll be broadcasting at 1:30 p.m. I will share that at 1:30 p.m. I'm not going to be on then, so I know you're not going to be able to drop the link to it. I'm going to be off the air by then, but definitely I will share it when you go on the air. Appreciate you. Also, it looks like, I don't know if this is, no, this is from today. So Perry, I think Pierre Perry. No, but it says Perry. I'm looking at it through the email. Let me pull it up through the cash. I want to make sure I do take the time. But I be forgetting to shout out people that send the cash apps because I be just focused on the YouTube and StreamYard screen. So I do want to take
cash app is that direct money, man.
Yeah. So I do got to take the time and show some love for the cash appers. So yeah, Perry. No, D-Rock Den came through, sent a $5 cash app. Says salute for 7K subs, and then Perry came through with a $5, and I think he sent another one. He sent two $5 cash apps. I mean, shout out to Stack or Starve sending a $50 cash app.
You need to have that what's that DJ Khaled? Another one.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get that too. That's funny. And another one. That never gets old.
Yep, definitely.
Hey Bernard.
Yeah.
Hey Bernard, is it cool if I ask Edward a question?
What'd you say? You want to ask Ed a question?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, go ahead. You got it. And then we're gonna go to Chief Cook in a little bit because he just made it on the panel. But
good morning. Good morning, Edward. How you doing?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, the only question I have is, why is it so divided when it comes nowadays to the black man and the black woman? Like, why is there so much friction? Like, why they can't come together? Like, that's the only thing I want to understand. All the stuff that's
Ed could speak like 20,000 words on that right
now. But no, I'll make it. I'll make it quick. If I had to say it in a sentence, it's that the status quo is that black men do what the fuck black women say, and black men don't agree with that shit no more. That's the friction. That's it. Now, all of the 20,000 words comes into all of the slow Negroes that want to believe what they want to believe. So it becomes your struggle to come to that understanding. It's almost as if you're born in this country not believing in race, and then for some reason, like on some fucking OJ Simpson shit or something like that, Like you really out here believing it ain't about race, and then you come to this journey, you know, aka the long nigga wake up call that you figure out, oh wow, this country race is a factor. It doesn't mean you can't do shit, but to say it doesn't exist is bullshit. It's the same thing from a gender perspective, and dudes have this struggle to come to that understanding. Like for instance, Kevin Samuels talks about, you know, O'Shea just did a video talking about, well, you know, black people ultimately want to be with each other. And I mean, I get that, and I fuck with O'Shea heavy, but I agree with BGS's standpoint where black women really don't like black men. They just ain't got no other fucking options, which is why I say that every time a black woman says anything, because I'm gonna tell you something, when you're in a power position, you don't have to be right. This is why, hold on. This is why black people always play the moral game. You notice how black women don't typically play the moral game with us. We like to play the moral game with them to try to get them to come to our point of view. When you really have power, being right is irrelevant. And look, I'm one of the biggest ones that tries to logic it out. This is one of the beauties of...
That's my problem. I will try to logically break down every damn thing, but you're right. Sometimes if you don't, that shit can become it's a good tool. It's good to make sure that we making sense. But it's in the grand scheme of things, it's probably irrelevant.
I mean, let's give Bernard an easy example. Bernard don't be breaking shit down like logically to its common denominator with your kids. You look like you would do that a little bit on the first round, maybe like give them a quick Cliff Notes thing, and then if they ask again, you'd be like, all right, now it's because of what I said.
Yeah,
it's because I said. You'll figure the whys out as you get older, but for right now, to keep this moving is because I said so. We all do that if we got kids, right? So it's the same dynamic. So what I'll say with this, and to keep it short, is when you tell them, if a black woman, let's say you know how people say with certain things women say, let's say black men don't build. Let's say we agree with that talking point. Let's say we do. Okay, so if you need to get a man that builds, you don't need to date black men. So the question is, why are you fucking black men still? Are you fucking stupid? And I say that because you'll have these women, you'll have these non-ADOS black women that they'll get in these swirler groups in America, and they'll say, well, I don't understand why black women stay behind. And I'm like, well, you don't need to understand why. Ultimately, it's none of your business. But what I will say is, what you need to understand is nobody's making them do that. They have the freedom not to stay in the black community. Nobody's forcing them, and they're actively choosing to do it for their own reasons. That's really all you need to know. Now, if you want to know the why behind that, then just know because as a group, they will never get more from other men than they get from us. Well, are you talking about material resources? No. They will never get the same kind of people will not put up with their bullshit. And that includes other black men in the diaspora. That is why they stay. So the problem ultimately is them. So anyway, that's how you deal with them. Every time they say something, you say, well, you need to go ahead and find somebody that's best for you. Find somebody to put up with that. So date a non-black man, date an African man. That's black men. That should be the answer to everything. And like I told Sister George, I say it's a privilege for us to explain shit to y'all. And quite frankly, we've been doing it too much. So the answer is either put up with what the fuck. Like for instance, I'm saying this, I'm done. Kevin said, well, black men don't cheat. They exercise their options. Well, he'd be like, well, I'm going to do this. Okay, you go find that. But this is what the fuck it is with us. Well, black men don't do this or do that. You're right. We don't. You need to go find somebody that's going to do that for you.
Right. And before I pass it to Chief, what is that? Chief Cook. Yeah. And again,
that's the default answer.
No, I got you. I got you on that. But just to probe a little more, in answering the question, okay, well, why don't they just go over there? If black men don't build, why not just go and deal with men who do build? Well, reality is when they go deal with those men, they find out the biggest flaw in that argument that the white guy that they got access to is just a regular white guy with a job, just like the regular black dude that you just left. So it exposes the argument as bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Which is why because the goal is for us to basically chase them. That's the goal.
Yeah.
And the reality is that we chase them while they don't appreciate it. So it's like, go over there. Well, if I get a mixed baby, you ain't go, no, you damn right I'm not. So if you come back without a baby, okay, somebody might be able to talk to you. But the reality is, if you can do better, get to the free agency. It's like a motherfucker. It's like Carmelo Anthony. And shout out to Carmelo Anthony. He talk about, well, you gonna do all this for me. I'm on the Knicks. They're like, okay, go to free agency. And what happened? That nigga struggled to stay in the league.
Yeah, yeah.
Happened to Iverson too. In the end.
Yeah, shout out to American Negro says a cup of coffee on me. 72 hours. Right on. Appreciate you. And Mega Mortis came through with a $25 cash app as well. I got everybody who sent cash apps down there scrolling at the bottom of the screen. Do want to salute and shout out everybody who supports on the cash app end. I know you wanted to get something else in, Sincere cracking up. Just hold your thought on that one. We're going to go to you're going to go to Chief Cook. We're going to go to Chief Cook right now. Go ahead, you got it.
Hey, go ahead. How you doing? Hey, I agree with the young man said. I'm an older generation. I'm gonna tell you what happened to me. I took a white female who was new to town, and we went to a jazz festival. And we walk in. It was kind of dark. I see anybody. We sat down to eat, and all of a sudden the lights comes up, and I see this black chick with a white guy. This dude looked like a freaking Grizzly Island, no beard and everything, right? So I'm sitting there, nothing's going on, everything's going great. And the intermission comes up. She walks up to us and had the nerve to look at me and said, you disgraced your mother by sitting down with that white chick, with this white chick. And I'm like, bitch, you standing right there with a white dude. What are you talking to me about?
Whoa, she was seriously right there with a white dude when she said that.
This dude looked like freaking Rizzy Allen.
So both of y'all was dating out, but she was criticizing you for it in real time.
I was taking a coworker because she's new to town, and she wanted to see the jazz player because she don't know the city real.
Yeah, nigga, that's a date. Don't act like you were just taking a coworker out, man. You was trying to smash. Don't front. That was a real date.
I wanted to, but it didn't happen like it was.
Okay, well, you just say you was trying to smash and you didn't get to.
But
okay.
No,
my son down here. I don't want to get too graphic.
Just because it's a failed mission don't mean it's a mission.
Exactly.
Wait.
Trying to protect this perfect record.
Go
ahead.
There's a whole nother thing. But what happened was, like I said, when I was sitting, we were sitting there, looking in there, and she come up and say, you disgrace your mama or you disgrace your like this, but bring this white chick. And hope your mother's parent, hope your mother probably be like that. And I'm like, who do you as a judge? You sitting there taking a cracker and look.
I know you only good. Go get it. He said, you dirty cracker.
Look at the dude. I said, how many kids are you paying for this dude? How many kids you paying her? Cause I know she got a couple of kids because she was a little bit, heavy set. And she said 3 kids, and her hair snapped. And she looked at him. I said, "Are you, you paying?"
He answered the question.
I said, "Dude," I looked at him because he wasn't saying anything. He was skinny little white dude, like that. I said, "Dude, you paying for all the packages, right?" Cause I know she got kids, right? I said, "How many kids she got?" She had 3, and so she got mad saying that. I said, then, she doing anything for you? Does she cooking? She clean? She take care of you? And he kind of looked like, and she had her face turned red. And I know I hit her. I know I hit some nerve. But I said, before you sit and judge me, don't sit. You be careful what you saying because we just talk. We just met. I said it's our first day here, and we ain't doing anything. So who are you to judge? And I see this often. And you talking about how women don't respect men. You're right, because I'm in authority. I'm in position of authority. I seen women disrespect me. Even I'm your boss. They do not respect people in authority whatsoever, and so it's entertaining. But also, talking another stream, one mom was complaining about how we are, and I said to one lady, said, "Well, who was the man been raised in America?" And you hear duh. I said, no, if you want to blame somebody, blame the person who raised them. So answer this question: if you don't blame how they raised, who responsible? If daddy not raising him, who raised him? Who responsible for how he is? I said, "Oh, sir. If I had a son and my son playing basketball and the ball go over and hit your window, who responsible for fixing that window?"
Well, you know, that's common sense that they
like
don't want
Right.
to acknowledge. I mean, we asked Paco that same question. I asked Paco that question directly about the males that can't read, and he said, you know, well, when women have kids, it's an accidental pregnancy.
Right.
But with men and not in the home, they choose like it's man. I've heard that shit from Rashida. It's funny.
Yeah.
It's funny how they start capping. Like I need to have a countdown and do an edit and be like, then the capping starts in 3, 2, 1.
And I'm gonna get all kind of stuff like that when I be having these clips. Oh yeah, and I know exactly what you're talking about.
Don't let us find some good editors out here for the manosphere in general. Like a nigga that we could just go to him, you know, because y'all gonna be fucked in these streets. Like for real.
Oh no, I got a good editor on my team. He's the one that was making or it is. I haven't put out no pre-recorded stuff, but he was editing a lot of my pre-recorded videos. So I already got a good editor on the team that I be paying a little money to. But yeah, come to think about it, these little small clips I'll be putting out there. Yeah, I got to get them on the job to make those a little more funnier. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's and it's funny because in them swirl world, they like to act like black men. Bernard, have you ever observed a black man with a white woman acting like he feels some type of way about seeing a black woman with a white man?
No.
But they always try to say that, and I'm like, that is classic projection, because I've seen and I've had white dudes tell me that they've observed that from black women, and again, we're not sexually insecure like that. There is no pussy policing. There's only dick policing. That should tell you a lot. Yeah. So you wouldn't have to control what you didn't think could escape.
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
But when in doubt, guys, that's a new mandate in the manosphere. If you all ever, for some dumb reason, decide to have these conversations, go over these females or talk to them or whatever, when in doubt, just tell them, yes, you all should go get a great white man or a non-black man. Because, you know, like David Carroll says, most of these chicks ain't got white dudes. They're just living vicariously through women that do. We know they can't go nowhere. We know they can't. And even if they could, you need to still be willing to promote that. But the point is, we need to let them know, look, you all are not going nowhere. You all can't go nowhere. And if you do, we know what you're going to go get. Because them women ain't going to let you get the best of they men. They just not.
No.
And we need to stop arguing with these chicks. Like when you don't know an answer to a question or you don't have a rebuttal, just say, well, why aren't you? Do you have a white man or a non-black man you're dating? Well, why not? Why are you worried about what black men are doing and just go get you like for real? Like, what's the holdup?
Hold on. I'm throw it to Sincere. Hold on, I'm gonna throw it to Sincere cracking up because he was waiting for a while. Sir. But the quote Game Changer in the discussion about building, it was asked. Somebody asked, "What if black men built as a collective?" Game Changer said, "Nothing. Suck my dick anyway." that was Game Changer's answer. Go ahead, Sincere cracking up.
Yeah.
No, the only thing I wanted to say, man, is just like things nowadays, it seems so divided. And that's like the whole confusion I have, Bernard. Like, why can't they all just come together? Like, everybody's like stuck on if you're average, you're not good enough. But if you're high value class, they're going to accept you. Like, I never understood that, Bernard, with the whole, high value class man. Like, maybe you and Ed can break it down for me because honestly,
I hate
real quick, time out. Before you go, Ed, let me just briefly say what you just described is one of the straw mans to the high value conversation that even Kevin Samuels himself, when he did his, I think, a 10-minute video breaking down his definition of high value, he said it in that video. Just if you're not high value, that does not mean low value. That does not mean no value. High value is based off 6 different criteria that I'm not about to break down, and he made it clear that that's his personal definition of it.
I mean, honestly, I'm going to like, you could just tell somebody, watch about 10, 15 hours of Kevin Samuels content. You don't even really need, it depends on how slow you are, how much you need to watch. But I'm talking about anybody in general, not you in particular. But really, when I say slow, I mean, how hard-headed are you going to be when it comes to believing what women actually say? You got some dudes, let's just keep this all the way real. You got some dudes that they will go into a depression. So for their subconscious protects them against accepting certain realities because they would go into a depression. They just would. And we all have that limit to some sense, but the reality is some dudes, they keep asking the why, when at the end of the day, you kind of know the answer. And I kind of have a pet peeve when people ask me why certain things is, as if the asking of the why is going to change the outcome of what it is. Asking why 1 + 1 is 2 does not make it like 3. So, I mean, come on. We're post Kevin Samuels here. You know why. These women have told you why. And by the way, before Kevin Samuels even had a platform, we have gotten women like Chrissy Paris Milan, all of them women, to say why. They do what they do because that's what they do, number one. But number two, they don't like black men like that because they practice, in my opinion, a projected self-hatred. They don't like black men because they can't stand it. They're black. And they know they're not going to hate themselves, so they practice that against us. And black men
But they don't like where they go, how they was raised, where they.
Wait, hold on, real quick, Chief Cook. Yeah, I got to step away for a second. So y'all go ahead and talk. Ed is the the moderator.
Sure I'm fair. I'm not gonna
just in case everybody start talking at the same time. If Ed jump in, y'all be quiet for a second. Let Ed moderate. But I got to step away. I'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Okay,
I got it.
Yeah, but sincere.
Wait, hold on, Chief. I got to moderate a little before I leave. Wait, were you done saying what you were saying? I thought Chief was talking.
I was almost about to be done.
Okay, all right.
Just like Will Smith said that police brutality is the same. It's just getting filmed. Black women are just being more honest about how they have always felt. And all of the bullshit about what black men did, that's bullshit. They've always felt this way, and they've been given more freedom to do it. That is it. Now, the question is, the question for you and any other man is, are you going to accept that and move forward? Like, are you just going to say, I refuse to accept it? And if you refuse to accept it, be honest about that. But it becomes wasting other people's time when we keep asking the why. Because I'm just going to ask you, why do you think it is? And I'm interested in that. I know Chief needs to talk. And then I'm interested in why you think this happened. But go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, go ahead, Marcel. You ask. But, well, me personally, I don't want to separate period because I agree with everything you said. You know, my biggest problem when I was saying about the things he said, but you don't ask these women one thing: what did you really bring to the table? Because you can't bring shit if you're not doing your job. I don't give a he said been a Christian and all that crap. But if they can't cook and clean, do anything like this, I get a great example. Steve Harvey a couple of years ago, he said when he met Marjorie, one thing his requirement was you don't date no women who do not cook. And all of a sudden now he's big and famous now. And when a man come out and said, you can't say that to a woman. I said, well, you just said it about 5 years ago.
Steve Hardy dated Marjorie. Look, Marjorie, I can tell is attractive, but goddamn, this chick she was dating dudes that were damn near on the top 10 most wanted list. That's how much weight they were moving through. So
tell him, Ed, there's a long story with her too, Ed. There's a long story with her too. Yep.
Yeah, but go ahead, Chief.
Yeah, I'm in Memphis, so she lived right here in Memphis. So I know the story. But no, I'm like, dude, you just told us a couple years ago that's the requirement, and yet you can't tell these women, they got built to our requirement. You gotta be Christian, they gotta be, like I say, in shape and all things he said, but he don't say, can you do this? Can you do that? Can you maintain that house? Because a lot of these chicks don't know how to maintain shit. I've been nice house, everything. Lazy as hell. I get a great example. This honestly happened to me. I was going on my way to work. She called me up, said it was an emergency. Come get me. Please come over. I come over and said, what? Please take out my garbage. She had 5 bags of garbage right there, and the garbage, the dumpster is 5 feet from her. You can take outside. She's paying a snot-nosed little 5-year-old kid. We're eating cereal at 3 o'clock afternoon. They take our garbage out, and she's too lazy to do this shit. And she had 2 kids. She had 2 kids. And that was my mistake. I was young, but she was dating 2 kids and baby diapers right there. And tell me I don't do garbage. And
yeah,
like that. If you can't take out your own garbage, or at least do something like make sense, y'all. Who are you?
Well, black men need to ask why the fuck am I here? What's wrong with me? Because this is one thing, like Danielle has stated, and she's not wrong. Like, if you're still fucking her, then nigga, you stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, it gets to no. I'm not saying that's on you, but I'm just saying that's some shit. And dudes need to start. Dudes don't need to start shaming women for that. But it's like, and I get it. You're in Memphis. Memphis is a black city, so it's a little bit different. So I'm not gonna hold you to the same standard as like maybe somebody that's in Houston, New York, or like somewhere that's a little bit more diversified. But yeah,
I'm in Maryland. I'm in Maryland, yo.
Yeah, and like I said, I was young. I was young back in the day, but now.
well, that's what. See, that's that. See, we always jump on the women when they say I was young. See, and I get that. But these Z's ain't giving a fuck no more. I mean, that's being fixed on its own. But my point is, dudes have to at the same time stop believing. Like a dude, like for example, a dude like that will come if somebody is SYSBM. They'll start saying, "Oh, well, I'm better than you because I date only black women," and I'm like, "Okay, so that means you accept everything they do." That's what you're essentially saying. You know, no, yeah, and that's like how Umar talks. Umar, because he accepts everything they do, he thinks he's better than somebody else. You know, and black men got to start shutting other black men down to try that shit. Because if somebody says I only date black women, that's fine. Because I date mostly black women. But a lot of these dudes are dating fat ass women. They're dating women that, like you describe as a bitch that's bummy as hell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, at some point, this is why I did that shit with the HIV shit. When niggas say, oh, I'm capping. Like, no, I'm not. You got niggas that are that fucking stupid. Anyway, finish your thought, Chief. And then Sincere, I want to know why you think we don't get along together. Well, go ahead, Chief.
No, go ahead. You can go ahead.
All right, Chief. So why is it that you think black people don't get along?
Me?
Alik said not true. I wonder what she means when she says not true. I'll say this. Can you point a time where black people got along in your lifetime?
Yeah, back in the 50s, back in the 60s, our grandparent generation. We got along. We got along great. And being a cop, I can tell you that because I've been on it. And now it's sick. Now we don't get along because we ain't raised that way.
Well, were they smarter about hiding it? Because because these women, these women get their ass fucked up in the game.
Hell no.
So where was the switch then?
It came around the 70s.
Because remember, the same women that got I'm just telling you, the same women that got along with the same men with the same ones that told their daughters about how fucked up black men were. Like they didn't just get that from nowhere. So you got to keep that in mind.
Like I always say, it depends where you were raised at, how mom was, and how like I said, I was.
It's too widespread. It's too widespread.
Yeah,
it's too widespread for it to just be. It just depends on how you raise. The mothers that you say got along with the husbands are the same mothers that told these women that we deal with today all this bullshit. You're talking about the Xers, as far as the women that were born in the 70s and stuff, and then we're dealing.
I'm talking about the parents. I'm talking about the mothers who were born in the 70s, who raised their kids in the 80s and the 90s. And it all changed up between the 80s and the 90s, and look where we are now. It's a whole different now. Now we're growing up.
But it didn't just change. See, that's the thing. We're skipping. Like they were taught to think this way about black men, which means they already thought it themselves.
Yeah, I'm getting that point. Because like I said, time different now. We was together like good times, everything, watching good times, shit like that. We were together. Then all of a sudden, when all this, I ain't want to put political all that stuff right there, but when the government shit comes in, and it kicked dad out of the house. It kept going. Now you got
the government didn't kick the dad out the house. What black women chose. See, that's what
I'm saying. I'm saying all that. That's what I'm saying. You're right. Right. That's what I'm saying. All that shit, they kicked everything out. And now you got babies having babies, mamas having mom, and you got a generation doing it, and still going to this day. And now because you can't get no respect anymore. You can't. There's no male role model or any fatherhood they can they can parent and say my dad was this, my dad that. There's nowhere.
So let me tell you why I'm being so like retarded about this. I'm being like real stingy on this is because if the issues, you can't solve a problem that's not click like you can't fix a problem like this if you can't understand the origin of where it came from. And what happens with us a lot of times is we'll just do these like Cliff Note versions of what happened and don't ask the why. You know, the why it happened, what was the motivations behind it. We like to just blame it on the government. The government created everybody. It wasn't targeted to black people. Everybody had the same opportunity to do the same shit.
Thank you. That's what.
So there was a choice there, and this is not even about blaming black women as far as it's only their fault. What I'm trying to say is also understanding the motivation behind the choice. That's important because if there's going to be a reconciliation that people want to talk about when they want to say some goofy shit, talk about black men. When they say, well, Kevin's going to save the black community, well, then you need to understand why they did what they did the first time so you can have a good barometer as to are they going to do it again. And see, this is what the women will never say because the women are always going to sexual politic and advocate for their position. So they're going to tell you what you need to fucking know in order to do what the fuck they want you to do.
They're not going to step down for me, and they're not going to step down for it no matter how many times you hear these black women.
No, they're not.
A powerful black man or man, he step up to me the head of the house if he says the head of the house, okay, then you gonna let him do the head of the house. Then as soon as he started barking orders, oh no, he controlling and shit, bullshit. For example, my dad was a Navy man back in the day, and my grandfather made me my dad married my mom. So he graduated from boot camp, and my dad originally from Virginia. So they told him you're going to Norfolk, Virginia with a Navy base. So he said, "Come on, since you're a Navy, why you go move?" She said, "No, I'm staying right here. You go tell me where you go, where I go." A lot of these women think so when they get married, they run the show.
No, that's how they always were. It's just again, hold on. And I'm not trying to talk down to you. You're older than me, but again, they tell you the fuck you need to know to do what the fuck they want you to do. That's why even when a woman is being nice to me, even if I call it out, sometimes I don't. But in the back of my mind, I'm wondering where the con is because it's always a con. And women, and see, this is what black women think. Black women think that if they say the same shit nice to you in a nice tone, because we're so used to black women talking to us like we ain't shit, that we'll accept it more. And to be honest, about 7 out of 10 black men will. You tell 7 out of 10 black men the same, and this is why women do it. This is why, even though I get frustrated with like Danielle and shit.
Well, because my mother talking to that shit as well.
So if they say it nice, they accept like your daddy.
What you were saying, Ed, when you say just why you get frustrated with Danielle?
Well, the reason because it's not so much. I know that shit works on most dudes. That the shit she says, I know that.
Oh, and wait, by the way, let's try not to use her first name.
Oh well, sister, whatever. I mean,
I know.
I mean, I wouldn't do it. Whatever.
It's new people.
Fine.
It's new.
Okay,
people,
fine.
People
okay, fine. So what I would say.
What
I would say is this: one of the things that annoys me is not so much that she says it, but that I know that shit works. I know the chances are 7 out of 10 niggas she interacts with, that bullshit is going to work. And that's what so it's not even so much we get mad at her, it's me getting mad at dudes for even giving her the ability to understand that shit works. And that's why I keep bringing it back to us. That is our problem. So when you start saying shit nice, see this is another reason why black women think they're smarter than black men, because a lot of dudes are not going to stay focused on what they want and what they're trying to get out of the deal. Now dudes are willing to negotiate and give or take. But the dudes just start talking, and then they want to be a part of the group and be in agreement. This is what this Clubhouse BS happens. And by the way, Clubhouse is actually on Android right now. So crap. But anyway, and so when they come across somebody like me, that is very like, I know what I'm trying to get out of this and I'm willing to walk away if I do. They don't really know how to handle that. It's not even about being mean or anything like that. They're just used to a lot of y'all being, as David Carroll would be, dumb niggas going along with what they do. So even when you describe a situation to me, and you're older, I get it, it's a different time. But you, and let's fast forward it to today's time. If you a dude and you living with a female and everything's in her name, don't come to me saying she pulled your whole card, because it took a long time for all of that to be in that situation.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna disagree with her pulling her whole card on you, because you volunteered for that.
I was engaged. no, when you don't put me on your thing. I said, hell no. Then I go, we get a joint account. I said, no, don't want me no joint account. No, I get everything automatic come out. I don't need for anything. I handle all my bills. All you gotta do is 3 things: cook, clean, give me good cooch. You ain't gotta do jack. You ain't gotta do nothing. Well, I got this. But just because I give you, I need some money. I said, baby, I give you some money. But hell, I'm not gonna put you on. I'm not gonna sit here and put you on my junk account. And won't get no cooch for a couple of money. Then you spend it like crazy. Oh hell!
Is there like so? Because I know this is all good. As Zero would say, us trading nigga tails. But is there a does anybody got any like questions or anything? Yeah. I asked that because I mean, what we're talking, we're at this point, we're just going back and forth with like nigga stories, you know.
That's funny. That's funny.
Nigga tell, like you see how brand is Zero. That's a Zero statement. Nigga tell. That needs to be a fucking comic book.
Yeah, but I will say this: I get Kerry Samuel all his best, but it's still gonna come down when that area is gonna really change. Because this is, you can sit here and blame all this. They can believe everyone you want, but it's still gonna come down to their ass. They have to change. They have to win and change. Exactly what you say you're gonna do. They won't be in them alone. Because right now, like my mom right now, she's 70. She's a bitter old woman and she's alone. Everything what Karen said, that's my mom right now. And I told her before my dad passed away last year, we had sold his house. He had the biggest house in the cold. Because you act like a bitch, you know everything. That could be in your house right there. Now I gotta sell that shit. That could be in your house.
Hey, can I say something?
That's how a lot of that shit wound up in probate.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Sincere, cracking up. You got it.
That shit ain't in probate.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Hey,
Go ahead.
all I was saying is like the conversation y'all was just having before. It's a lot of factors that played into it. There's civil rights. There's a lot of things that came into play. That's why you really have to like look into why all the things are happening right now in modern day society, man. It's generational, man. It goes from.
Well, the problem is y'all wanna. The problem is y'all wanna question. Honestly, we've like BGS, us, SWP, we've mapped this shit out. The problem is a lot of y'all don't want to believe it because y'all don't want to believe it. So it's kind of like this is why I say what I say as far as marriage and stuff. I say y'all need to stop getting angry about dudes wanting to get married. Some men have to understand it for themselves, and I respect them and respect that enough as men. Some of them, they need to get hit by a bus or they need to put their hands on the hot stove, and maybe they'll come out better than I thought because I don't know everything. But that's really where we keep asking a lot of the same questions. It's because people don't want to accept the answers that's being given. And I don't know if y'all think, and this is why black people like being lied to, because they want the lie. I mean, there's a whole cottage industry. Like, do you understand how much money you can make? Like, you understand how big I would be if I said, you know what, I'm just going to tell black people what they need to hear in order to subscribe to my fucking channel and not tell the truth.
That's what is going on. We got guys right now over the place doing that shit. Rowan Martin, all that bullshit. Shit like that. It's already here.
I get it.
Right now.
I get it.
Oh God. Here we go. What's up, Mr. Fantastic?
Go ahead, Fantastic. You got the flow, you got the mic.
Go ahead.
Hey man, where the hell did y'all find the black body douche out this motherfucker, man? What the hell? What's going on here, bro?
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Who you talking about? I don't know.
This Chief Good guy, man. So he got a mouthful of hot fish and marbles in his mouth, man. Where you from, brother?
He said Memphis.
He's from Memphis. Okay, that explains it, man. Shout out to the brother, man. But yeah, man, appreciate you, Bernard, for bringing me up. Listen, bro, there is no secret now. Again, like I said, I forget. Shout out to King Sigma and to the old fella BGS when they said this shit. The man
put some respect on his name. Put some respect on BGS.
I said the old fella. He only an old nigga when he in my presence. So when he not here, he an old fella. But when he around, he an old nigga. All right. So you know, they said this, man, when I first came in this space, and it was kind of like, you know, I thought it was. Oh, is that me?
No, I think that's Sincere cracking up. I'll mute him.
That nigga, he on the toilet.
He literally cracking up.
Yeah, but the whole thing, man, the manosphere is 5 years ahead of society, and you know, you think about it as far as Black society, you can add another 2 to 3 years to that because, you know, niggas are nowhere where they should be about very important things. So the fact of the matter now that the pretty much the eyes are being put on the space. And again, I just had a brother come to my panel. Shout out to the brother. He's a military dude, man, in the Army. And he was saying, like, yo, he had never heard of this shit. Never heard of it. I think he said he was about either 28 or 29. And he never heard of a lot of the concepts and the ways that, you know, we were explaining things.
That's
so
crazy.
I think brothers, well, it's really not. Because again, Edward, and I'll give you credit for you guys when you talk about the gynocracy and the matriarchy. You have to understand, man, a lot of black dudes, us included, you know, if you don't have any type of male leadership, male guidance, or male influence on your life, how are you ever going to hear this?
Right.
Because what's the secret of the gynocracy? The gynocracy is to keep the fucking the ways of the black woman.
What's the first rule of the gynocracy? We don't talk about the gynocracy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you as a boy, and that's why I say all the time, we talk about red pill rage. A lot of brothers have red pill rage because they understand and they realize that the woman they love the most and they literally lay their life down for, lied to them for 18 years. They had this information and purposely didn't give it to them. So, you know, and they blame brothers because you're pretty much, you know, you're self-treating at this point in your adulthood because there is no importance of, you know, mental health in the black community. You're 18 to 20 some years old, so you don't even have the money to go out and get the help you need for yourself 9 times out of 10. So, my bad, go ahead.
But I agree with you. I said absolutely. You absolutely right. I was agreeing with you.
Okay. So then you try to make it through life in your adulthood, and you're gonna make mistakes along the way because no man was there to tell you the things to fucking avoid, and of course the women didn't give you the secrets so you can know what to avoid either. So you know a lot of brothers end up with, you know, kids or your own child support or married to the wrong woman and all this other shit and whatnot, and try to make it work. They tell you, oh, it's your fault for picking her. It's your fault for trusting her. And this is what black women are saying. So now that we're listening to black women and we're going to take you for your word and be like, well, damn, you know what, right? Damn it, you right. I shouldn't trust a bitch at all. Shout out to motherfucking Future in this motherfucker, all right? Never trust a bitch.
This is why channels like Mediocre does and like Poor Man's Podcast, they do so well because they're very basic in their approach to this stuff. And they're talking to the dude you're talking to, Mr. Fantastic, the new motherfucker. And me, it's hard for me to do content like that because I've just been in this shit so long, and that's my fault. But you're right. That's why they do so well. Go ahead.
Poor Man Podcast. Real quick question on that because I'm not really familiar with that. Okay, I see who he is. I just typed it in.
There's a bitch ass nigga called the Poor Black Man, and then there is so the Poor Man's Podcast. Yeah, that's a younger dude. He's growing like Game Boys. He does good content. He's what I'm gonna call a Manosphere adjacent channel. He's in the middle, but he's not. He doesn't. You know, he's done interviews with you know, Game Changers done Simone. He's done interviews with her. So you know, but he's cool.
Okay, I'm looking. Yeah, I just subbed to him. Okay, yeah, his stuff look good. His stuff look good. I was getting him and the other guy mixed up. So when people would speak well about him, I'm like, wait a minute, are they talking about that dude?
No, he just did a video that took off. It's taking off right now. It's a recent one talking about the leftover women in China, and there is literally an Asian American woman. I swear this chick is like a black chick, and she is going over there selling books. I'm surprised China's letting her do this. Basically, telling women that are like 25 to 35 and 35 and up that are leftover women. That's what they call the term. I mean, it's an official government term that the government accepts, that, oh, you don't have to wait for this. It's basically black female talking points. And I'm like, yo, these dudes ain't playing with you. And the government is backing them. Like, and you're really telling them to triple down on this shit? Like, you need to focus on your career. You need to do this, you need, and I'm like, y'all are buying this?
Are you saying the government in China is backing the bullshit?
No, they're backing the terminology of leftover women. And what she's doing with her American, she's Chinese, but she's American. She was born here, and she's a feminist, and she's a card carrying feminist, and she's going over there telling these women that already ain't got no man that they need to double down on their careers, and then men need to stop being intimidated by you. Now, this is a country that is top down. Now, and I don't want to give away the I shouldn't give away the catch of his video, but
Well, it's not. Well, no, this is not an old concept. This is just him, and there's not the shit on him.
Yeah, but at the end, what you find out, because they interviewed some of the women, that the women, they want high value men, and I'm like, you're in a communist country, but you want men to make more money than you, and then you're mad that you ain't got nobody. And catch this, a lot of these women, because of the culture in China, they still live with their parents. So, and their parents want they ass to find somebody so they get the fuck up out their house.
Well, it's another similar issue in India. India and China, they have a lot of people, and and India is like the most population dense countries like in the world, bro. It's ridiculous, and a high poverty rate too. People talk about China, but they don't understand that the majority of people, like 90% of the people in China, are poor. All right. Fucking same thing in like fucking India. That's why these people. That's why they pretty much streamlined them to get those visas to come here, because those people work hard as fuck just to get out of those countries and come here and make pennies on a dollar. But the whole thing is, like you said, the leftover woman concept, bro. That's nothing new. That's been a thing in those countries for years upon years. And in China, it was induced because in China they made the one child rule, and they literally, well, I'm not gonna say they. Let's just say
the boys were preferred over the girls. So what the incentive created?
They eliminated the female population for a substantial amount of time. All right, so whatever they thought was gonna happen, and it made it even worse. And then, like you said, Asian women already don't like Asian men because Asian men are the least wanted men on the planet. So it's like everything that tells them to get the hell out of China or India or whatever and get a man that's in America. But even the poor man in America,
it wasn't even. No, I hear you, but it wasn't even saying that. It was even talking specifically to their. You got to see the video. It's only 12 minutes, but it was just funny how you would take those concepts and then women would accept that as if that's the thing to do when they clearly see, because they weren't even talking about getting other men like that. They were talking about within the confines of what China was. And it's funny how women just want to believe that shit, even though they know, even in a country like China, that shit is not going to fly. It's just not. And the government backs them because the government doesn't have to behave like America. It can just do what it does. And obviously, that the government that controls China is we already know that that's patriarchal. So it's just funny, but you gotta see the video. It's only 12 minutes, but he does a lot of good shit. He does a good job for him. I'm happy for his growth. He's a younger dude, and so him and Hammer, good job. We got new
Hammer been growing like crazy. I noticed that. If somehow that algorithm didn't hit Hammer like a mother.
Well, I told them young dudes. I mean, like Hammer is cornering the zillennial market in the manosphere. So
is that what that is? Because like
I gotta assume that's because a lot of his audience is younger.
Yeah, and I'm noticing like I didn't notice a lot of the names in there. So it's like it's like the algorithm. I don't want to say it sent him his video somewhere else, but I don't think
dealing with motherfuckers that are either in high school or straight out of high school. That might be another thing too, because
I don't
deal with the below 18 market because it's not sales oriented. You can blow up with that.
Yeah, because I don't think that's just the manosphere going over there. I think that algorithm, that algorithm sent them to another place. So that's in his own way, he's growing the manosphere.
And Hammer doesn't go at it like real hardcore. Like as far as he's kind of so good for him. I mean, shit, he be wanting to do interviews with me, so I might go over there and do some shameless. See, I've held out doing my shameless plugs. I could do a lot of Chitlin Circuit interviews, but I try not to do that. I'm trying to get to this at least 4,000, and I'm only 70 away. But I'm actually been growing a little bit lately.
Moderators, drop Ed link right now. Let's see if I got out of the 383 people in here, if I got 70 people not subbed to Ed, let's go ahead and get them.
I literally titled a video and I put in the title HUH. Niggas be laughing at me. They be like, nigga, what the fuck?
You made the video title of damn sigh.
Yeah, because motherfuckers, because I had just listened to O'Shea. Like, shout out to O'Shea, man. But O'Shea working the business. That's what I know. That's what he's doing. But he did that video with the Tasha K interview, and he was like, yeah, my conclusion is, black men and black women want to be with each other. Okay, I get it, but So that's actually an ingoing joke with my subscribers because they know I'm about to really go in when I do that, and I'm too lazy to actually title it. I said I'll do a channel called "I'll title this later." F it. I'm stupid.
That's funny.
And shout out to Fantastic because I know Fantastic is growing too. You know. No, but y'all hook a brother up, man. I appreciate it if y'all hook a brother up, man. Y'all know over here, y'all know what it is.
I'm waiting on the moderators to do that right now.
They hate on me on the low. No.
Hey, you were talking about earlier about the government.
Yeah, come on, mods. When did Fantastic drop off? I wasn't even looking at the screen. I was looking at.
He literally just dropped off.
Okay, I was looking at Hammer Channel. I didn't see that the screen changed on me. Shit, I'm gonna have to do it. I'm gonna have to go get your link.
No, I got the link. I'll do it.
Yeah, drop that in there. Yeah.
Oh no, they're doing it. Shout out
there
to
you
Dane.
go. I knew Dane was gonna be on it. Shout out to Dane. He always on it. But yeah, y'all go over there, sub to Air. Let's get him over that 4,000 right now. Right here, right now. Y'all know y'all been listening to Ed. He been hopping on at the end of my last few streams, it seems, and dropping bombs on us.
You like that last one. That last one I did. Like, yeah, man, ain't nobody better above the mission. God damn it.
Oh no, you killed that. You killed that. And I listened to a small bit of when you was on BGS and you brought it up and you was like, I said what I said, and Tommy Sotomayor heard it. I was
heard that motherfucker.
Because he was in the audience listening.
Yeah.
Can I say one thing real quick? I know somebody working in the school system, and those of you guys who have fathers, who have sons, y'all need to listen to me. You make sure y'all keep an eye on how the school are teaching your son, because right now they teach your son telling your daughter is better than your son, and they'll make damn sure your son is not gonna be outsmart them or better than them, especially in a black innocent school system. I know Dr. Ilmar Johnson talked about that stuff, but I hope you guys out here who have fathers, please keep out what these kids, the school system are teaching your son are. Because the next generation, they only be worse.
Not what they already feminized the schools when they did that hustle, putting the trade shit from high school to public school. That was some bullshit too. Yeah. You know, I don't know if you heard this. Somebody mentioned Jessica X. Man, Ty City, you need to leave that alone. But
there was no Jessica X shrine. It was just a dude who was like, "Yo, I got a channel. Go check out my channel." And I went there, and he had a little 6-minute video with Jessica X in it. I mean, no, not a 6 minute, a 6-second video that just said, "Jessica X, you beautiful, ma." And then that was.
Kevin gave Jessica X a little micro shout out because I was listening to this thing, and then a chick called in. I thought it was Jessica. I had to double take because I was like, I know this ain't Jessica calling in, and then she said she sounds a lot like her. So it's like he was like, Jessica X, come get your cousin. I was like, oh, that's what he said.
No, he's mentioned her before. I
think she called it once before, a long time.
No, she a channel member and she be posting in there, and so he's mentioned her name before, not a formal shout out like go check her out type of shout out, but he's mentioned her name. He just gradually through the flow just mentioned people's names from time to time. So you know,
I appreciate it, y'all.
He did that for you one time. Actually, I don't know if you heard it. It was a little while ago, but yeah, he mentioned people's name in this space.
Oh yeah, he does. I mean, and the thing is, like I said, man, honestly, I really don't want to do this, but I might just have to bite the bullet because I go back and forth whether I really want to build my channel. Because part of it is if I build my channel, I'm going to have to moderate what I say a little bit. But honestly, the idea you gave at the beginning of the thing, I said, damn, nigga, I need to write that shit down. That was a good game. When you said you be just dumping off your hot videos, the shit is hot for the police, the YouTube police onto the Patreon, especially if it ain't driving a lot of views, but it's got a lot of entertainment value. That's actually really, really smart because especially the way I do my content, because there's a lot of shit that it's like, you know what, and I'll even put it on Patreon and then just don't put I ain't telling nobody to do this. People need to get their money, but me, if I put shit on Patreon, at least for now, I probably won't even do a pay gate. I'll just throw it up there just to unlist it. And but I'm not saying that's what people in the space should do.
No, but I understand that if you want to have a Patreon, it's a good strategy for you because you already on the fence on whether you're going to go through creative measures to grow your channel. But if you got something that's more friendly, more likely to, you know, that's better for just the presentation of your channel. Then you got some other stuff that's, you know, that may not be as good for that, but you don't want to lose it completely. You don't want to leave it up on your channel, but you still want people to see it. Yeah, just make a Patreon and just have it free. So be like, hey, go check it out. It's on my Patreon. My Patreon free. People can go there and listen to it. You know, that is a good way to go about it. It'll help your channel and it'll give people, you know, a little extra more, you know, somewhere to hear your hardcore stuff or your controversial stuff that you don't want to put out here. But
let me see. Talk about Jessica S got a shout out before Angry. Oh man, these niggas be hating Jessica, but that's the light skinned chick that everybody hates, man. But I honestly, the value of Jessica X for me, and this is whether it should do it or not, but she hasn't shown that she wouldn't. And this is what Fantastic understands too, even though he hasn't talked about it. Yo, Jessica X is actually a very good kind of rod to pull people into the space as far as other dudes. You know, she's the light skinned moth to the flame for you niggas that like that sort of thing. So a lot of y'all could low key do interviews of just like how Hammer is getting the younger people. Y'all could go over there and do interviews, and that's how it's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I mean, Todd City, I got it. I know you got like a rivalry, so it's all good. It ain't just you. I mean, Red Supreme does the same shit.
Yeah. Somebody was asking for the link to Hammer channel. There it is right there. I put it in there. Somebody was asking about it. I've never been a fan of anything that I've ever heard Hammer say, but his channel growing, and salute to him.
No, Hammer actually should do interviews. Because Hammer's a pretty good interviewer, especially from like a Zillennial. Like he asks good questions from a Zillennial standpoint, and he's somebody that he's got high viewer. I mean, the motherfucker had like 1,000 views. He's
growing like crazy. He's growing like crazy, but I think I get him and Vision mixed up, so I'll be forgetting who is who with that. But so I don't know that much about him. I just know I see his channel growing, but I be getting him mixed up. But
kudos to you and your 7,000 for real.
Oh yeah,
because I feel like it's just a matter of time before you start really gaining momentum, like for real. I mean, you should. I know you've been doing it, but I think you really should start doing some more uploads though, because I think you got a good combination. But I guess you waiting for that Derek Jackson because you but hey, Derek Jackson's been dropping, yo.
He's going downhill. Downhill.
I was like,
they ain't buying it. The like to dislike ratio in his video is embarrassing right now. I'm about to look at that.
At 716 now, and last time I checked, he was like at 724 about a month ago. So as he's and I'm sorry. And look, man, say what you want to about people when I say we hating on Derek. Black men have always recognized Derek Jackson's right to exist. We never went out our way to try to kill his channel. And like I said, Tasha K, motherfuckers came to her to see, and she's right. Tasha K don't be going out and finding that information. They be coming to her. It's just like how they do with Gloria Allred, or they do with TMZ. Say, you gonna talk that shit? All right, I know who to snitch to. Exactly. And that's what happened. So really, he just got caught slipping.
Hold on, check this out real quick. I don't know if y'all can see that. I think Fantastic Super Chat might be in the way, but that shit is 1.2K thumbs up to 2.3K thumbs down. He just gonna pull up and just make a normal video like ain't shit happened. Just like, hey everybody, like no, nigga, you just can't come back normal. Like we like you ain't just get busted. Just gonna try to do a normal in the car relationship advice video. Like, nah, they like no, Negro. You ain't coming back like everything all good. They ain't going for it. I don't know if y'all
5 reasons she's mentally. I wonder how much thought he put into what he should title that video, man.
Yeah, hopefully. I don't know. Could y'all see that the numbers?
Yeah, I can see it. Oh, yeah. I see that too. I mean, it's damn, man.
Like, look at there go that shit right there. 1.2K likes to 2.3K dislikes, man.
Yeah, and speaking of like fuck niggas, DJ Envy. You know what I want to see? I want to see somebody. See, if I had an editor and I was petty as hell like this, what I would do is some really inspirational music from like The Pursuit of Happiness. Like, remember when the dude was crying and the dude was in the you know, in the bathroom with his son, everything, you know, the real heart puller moments, Will Smith and his son. I would have that shit, and then I would play, you know, DJ Envy's comments under like music to be like, hey, sometimes, you know, people are just gonna hate, and you'll play that shit just to show how fucking retarded what he said was. Like, and I looked at his, shout out to Young Grizzly. I looked at his Wikipedia, and they said he started up as a gardener for DJ Clue. I said, if this field want to learn how to be a field nigga ass, who won? He's like, he was a gardener for DJ Clue before he came up. I was like, that shit was worse than what Obsidian said. I was like,
damn. Shout out to speaking of Obsidian. Shout out to Clue. He says, BR, let us know about the 10K sub party. Oh yeah, it's coming. It's coming. Shout out to Deacon Dave real quick. He says, if you ever lost biatch due to Derek Jackson content, you may be entitled to compensation.
If I'm gonna give Derek Jackson some advice, he needs to go listen to that Usher album, These Are My Confessions.
Obsidian, why you do this to me, man? You know I set it down at the 3-hour mark. You're gonna come up right now, and then you about to hold me hostage for another hour. Yeah. Go ahead, Obsidian.
I'm glad that Ed is here too, because it goes right to my point. Is that all right? So I'm at the post office mailing off another couple dozen of books with Book of Obsidian. And by the way, if Melody is listening, Melody, you need to hit me up, theobsidianfiles@gmail.com. I need your mailing address, Melody. You got to hit me up. But yeah, so I'm at the post office mailing off another couple dozen of books. I do this every week now. A couple dozen books at least every week now. Selling, flying off the show. And I'm listening to your show, and I'm watching you talk about these 304s, talking about these THOTS, and I'm sitting there like, okay, I understand the argument, I understand the premise. We got to save the youth from the predations of the 304s and the THOTS. But I have to say, with all due respect, Bernard, I think it's what my good friend and brother of the Little Fella Federation said, and he's 100% correct. And that is, a lot of us brothers, we want to save these hoes.
All right, let me stop you. That wasn't about saving hoes. If you're talking about my topic from like 2 hours ago, that wasn't about saving hoes.
Bernard got mad about that.
Yes, I got mad about that. Like, don't come up and shit on the topic. That ain't what I was talking about.
I don't know what the fuck happened just now. That's what I was talking
about.
We know what these women are about.
No. Okay, all right. Okay, well, let me ask you this question. If you want to talk about, I broke down what she was saying for the same reason you broke down what Atara Dallas is saying 1,000 times when you played that clip 1,000 times. Like,
I wasn't breaking anything Atara Dallas down. I was just simply playing what she said. That it doesn't need any breakdown. It stands for itself. And my only question is,
so why was you trying to save that hoe?
Exactly. What my only question is, okay, so why don't you go back to those dudes that you fucking and get them to take care of you?
Because that's not their job. Their job is to fuck. They want you to take care of them.
No. Go back to the guy you fucking,
because they still
fucking him to take care of you. Go back to the guy you know, and it just hit me like, and I'm glad you're here, Ed, because once again, the Little Fella Federation teams up. Is the Cinnamon Toast Crunch Negro with the Buttermilk Negro. We're back again, teamed up, and I'm glad you're here, Ed, because it hit me like a ton of bricks. So the argument from these sisters is, I need to feel protected with a big strapping guy. I can feel protected, but then when they go and suck and fuck the big strapping guy, then they go around and say, we need to be protected. When you had a big strapping dude you was fucking last night. Why don't you go to that big strapping guy that was blowing your back out last night and get him to protect you? Why are you going to the Little Fella Federation trying to get them to protect you?
Well,
before Ed respond to that, I just want to say, Obsidian, in the future, if it's something particular you want to talk about, if you want to change the subject, you don't got to shit on the current subject in order to change the subject to what you want to change it to. You got full carte blanche to just come up and be like, hey, I want to talk about this. And then I could just pass it to you and you could just take.
You know, Obsidian got to put some air of legitimacy to everything he does. He can't just do it.
You can just, like I'm saying, I will just hand you the mic and you can take it where you want to take it. But don't be just shitting on the topic and saying I said some shit.
And then Obsidian comes up and say, well, Bernard, well, since you got 7,000 subs, you get brand new now, aren't you? No. and that's how beef start in the manosphere.
But you understand what I'm saying here? These sisters, since you brought up Atara Dallas, these sisters will say, I'm attracted to this and that, and it makes me feel protected. It makes me feel like a real natural woman. All right, that's fair. But then I think about it. I said, wait a minute. These same sisters are quoting Malcolm X.
Obsidian, that's where you fucked up. You just fucked up right there. That's the problem. They're not talking to you because you have a bad habit of thinking. The shit that they say, no, I'm dead ass serious. And this is where I'm going to bring Sister Joy back. And I'm not bringing it back to denigrate her. I'm bringing it back to actually say she got a point. The shit that she says is for the audience of dumb niggas that don't think. It works on the niggas that don't think. Because we know that women are not sexually attracted to men they don't feel protected by. That is a biological trigger. But the problem is we think. When you think, you are automatically disqualified from that conversation. Now, here's where it gets fucked up. Fuck you niggas. I said what I said as far as what I'm about to say. What percentage of black men think? Because the way these black women talk, that shit's like, oh, that's only 20% of black men. The rest of these niggas, that shit works. Which is why they get on Kevin shit, looking goofy as fuck, saying the shit with confidence. They say that shit like, damn, they, like they're surprised he had something to say about it.
Obsidian, I do want your thoughts on that. What I got on the screen here. I know you probably been following a little bit of what's going on there. Let me see if I can blow it up even more. That his last video where he just tried to just pull up like everything was normal, like ain't nothing happened, and then it got a
shout out to Grown Man Business with 10,000 subs.
Wow. I mean, he's still getting pretty good pull on views. But look at
the views are okay. Yeah, but that like to dislike ratio is something serious.
Oh my God! Now this is a good sign. Maybe the lady, there's an adage in the black manosphere. It goes something like this. We've all heard this. A lot of ladies are kind of dumb. Young, dumb, and full of another man's so and so. And then, but when they get a little older, they mellow out and they get their head on straight. Maybe that's what's going on here. Maybe. I don't know.
No, that'd be like you a Derrick Jackson fan. Oh, that nigga that cheated on his wife and aired her ass out there in the bonnet because that's how less of a fuck he gave. Yeah, that nigga. Oh, yeah, my girls. I can't talk about that.
I'll do you one better. Y'all ready for this? Now, I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to mention any names of who told me this, so I'm not going to mention any names.
Okay.
But you all will kindly recall the Derrick Jackson event I went to here in Philly 2 years ago. To this month, 2 years ago, it's May 4th, 2019. So I had paid not only to attend the event itself, but I paid for a closed door event with Derrick. Small, intimate type of event. And he rolls up in there like he's a eligible bachelor. Okay? I mean, the way he presented himself, woman ain't nowhere around. I'm thinking that's the case. I'm thinking, he's eligible bachelor, man, big man on campus, whatever. I find out about a month ago. I can't say my source. He had his wife at that event here in Philly with a t-shirt, one of them t-shirts that he likes to sell, working the tables, selling his merch. I just found this out.
Yo, Obsidian, hold on, Obsidian. You need to start playing this. If R. Kelly wasn't in trouble like he was, you would need to start telling this story, every different version, with the Trapped in the Closet music. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just found. I couldn't believe.
Wait, hold on, wait. Time out. So shout out to Chief BD with that super jet. He said, "Oh man, like a pigeon. First action is always poop on it." LOL. Shout out to Chief BD. Hold on. I gotta. This is an important question.
Derek Jackson's a high value man, and Kevin said that that's a job.
I was about to say, what's technically wrong with that though? If she's there, helping her man out, selling the merch, working the table, doing.
And she had a bonnet on. That's the brand.
Yeah, I mean, if she was there with a bonnet on, that's one thing. Yes.
Yeah, I can't believe you just asked me that question.
What's wrong with her? What's wrong with her helping out?
All right, let me break this down for you.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, Derek is a Zane novel. He's basically a Zane.
Okay, I get it. I see what I was missing. Hold on, wait. Let me catch it. I see what I was missing. The point is that he was in there, parading, sliding, skating around in the glittery slippers. All flirty and charming like a single man out. So basically, she's just there,
she's the hired help.
Yeah, she's just there as a hired help while he out there, oiled up and shiny, trying to, getting a bunch of women wet, basically.
Literally, a black female's worst fear that they always bitch about is what that nigga is that they edify. Congratulations.
Now here's the thing.
You're John Hammond.
And I'm glad you said this, Ed. Now, here's the thing with me. We know empirically, most black women, they talk a mean game about getting married. I'm with Silent Lamont on this. He's 100% correct. They want a man to finance their lifestyle. They're not in getting married for real. They want a man to finance their lifestyle. That's a whole other that's the conversation for another day. But I'm just want to touch on that.
The truth about the lazy hoe. Go ahead.
Yeah, my thing is this. Look. I don't see why Derek had to go through all of that trouble, man. He didn't have to go through all of that. Don't get married. Be a sexy guy. Be a Zane novel come to life. Do your cosplay thing. Zane cosplay thing. The ladies, drop the whole thing about relationships. Just drop it. Just get your erotica on. Your fantasy on. We good with it. Now, this does come at the cost of the brothers. Because we do know Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, Harvard University, BlackDemographics.com, U.S. Census. We do know that most black men want a serious relationship and or get married. To those brothers, I got to give this to Ed. I got to give a nod to Ed, my fellow brother in the little fella federation. Brothers, if marriage and legacy and all that is that important to you, you're seriously going to have to consider your options off-world. That's why SBM, man.
Or intercultural dating as well, which technically is a subcontext to SYSBM.
And
I will say this too. I will say this too real quick. All Derek Jackson had to do, you're right. He could have still kept talking about relationships, because the truth is the women don't listen to him for that. So that's his cap. But he could have added a workout channel, like a workout Instagram page.
They don't want to do that.
No, not for them, for him.
Oh, you mean I agree with that.
You'll have some dudes, and that's how you get the dumbass niggas. That's how you get the dudes.
He could have did an oily greasy deal. You know what I'm talking about. Take them oily greasy workout pictures and stuff. Listen, I got no problem with any of that.
For the LGBT community.
Hey, it's a big market. Look, I have no problem with any of that. The only problem I have is not just Derek himself, although he is a problem, but so many black women are so deluded. Stop with the subterfuge, man. Now this does come at the price of many brothers who do want to be married. It's true. It does come at that price. And I heard Black Gnostic Speaks talk about this using a Sister George clip. It does come at the cost of the community too. It does. But what we gain, I mean, it does have a cost. It does have a downside. But the gain is that we finally can be free. And being honest is what it means to be free. So I'm with Ed on this. I mean, if you're a brother now, yes, you got the sex tourism piece and all. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the brothers who seriously want marriage and or, you know, as Alan Roger Curry would put it, emotionally profound long-term relationships. You're seriously going to have to consider your options outside of ADOS Black America. Because the simple truth is, not all, but a clear majority, easily 75%, ain't really into having relationships with average or even above average brothers. They're really not. They're not.
No, they would rather be so here's the thing. And this is why Jason Black said that a lot of black women just need to be side pieces, to be like independent side pieces to like dudes that are basically, let's say, high value men that they like how they look. That's why they need to seriously consider that, because they get their freedom and then they get the dude. The problem is their ego won't allow them to like knowingly accept that. That's where the blaming the men always has to happen. It has to be that the man lied to me. It can't be that I knew what that was and I decided to get into that, because so there's that. And the other thing is, when you're dating a lot of these women, a lot of times they are weighing their independence against you, and their independence they put in high esteem. So therefore, if you're not a quote unquote high value, like I said before, they're calling into Kevin like they are because they consider high value black men as average black men. So that's where they're starting to flood in. And that's on them and how diluted they are. And as a man, you have choices. I'm not here to tell you what you should do or not do, but I'm here to say, if you want to sit here, it's just like how women got to understand, if they want a high value man, they got to work hard to get one. If you want an ADOS black woman, you are going to have to be a way above the pale. And if you want to, because even if she gets with you and you're not that, she will low-key resent you while in that relationship. And it's going to show up in the attitude and all of that. And that's up to you to believe that. Look, I'm a dude that I'm not married, and I have no kids. Fuck what I'm saying. Life will teach you that one way or the other. So you can do what you want to do, but I'm just telling you what I've seen. And look, there's some black people that are married. Shout out to blackandmarriedwithkids.com. Shout out to that website. But y'all got to understand that black community is like a 20% black community. That is not a black community with 44 million. That is a black community with like maybe 8 million.
Yeah. So I mean, you know, I'm just going with the empirical evidence, and it tracks with a lot of the, I guess you could say, talking points or truisms or all observations of the black manosphere. There's empirical evidence that bears out that women, in this case black, gravitate to the 20% of men that they're attracted to sexually. And there seems to be empirical evidence that tracks with the fact that the majority of black men want relationships, but the majority of black women don't. And so it really does raise an interesting question with the Derrick Jackson thing. My thing is, if we know all, see what we have to admit that we don't like science. Black people just have to admit that we don't like science. We don't respect it. We don't like it. And I think that explains why we're having this conversation right now. See, if Derrick Jackson had really did his homework, he would have avoided all of this crap. Don't get married, be a sexy guy, sell that to the ladies, encourage them to be free. Now,
but
yes,
he kind of does encourage them to be free.
No, he doesn't.
In his own, well,
no, he doesn't.
When he's giving them every reason or excuse to not be with that guy, you know, he gives them advice that's going to ultimately lead to them being by themselves, so he can sell them self-love. So in his own way,
what I'm saying is, when you that dude with, I'm going to use Ed's term now, my partner in the Little Fella Federation here, well, we are little fellas. I mean, it's true. You're a little fella. I'm a little fella.
Man, but I don't need the shit to be branded. I mean, you got an impeccable habit of branding certain things.
Come on, man. We're in the age of wokeness. We gotta let our inclusive diversity fly, man. We little fellas, we gotta be.
see Bernard's yeah. Anyway, let's
understand
continue.
where Ed coming from. I know it.
Because it's also the light skin thing too. I mean, you know,
Oh,
let's go.
See, I don't have a dog in the fight in the colorism issue because I'm brown. You know, if you white, you are right. If you black, get back. If you brown, stick around. See, I came out brown. My dad was dark. My mom was light. I came out brown, so I got to stick around. I'm the cinnamon toast crunch.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not getting mad. That's not me. But I'm making these sounds so people can understand that I don't 100% approve. So people would say, "Well, shit, he said it. You didn't say shit." Obsidian, you know, like that's what people would say in the chat. So that's all that is. You know.
Yeah, I mean,
Obsidian's words are Obsidian's words, but no, it's fine. You know.
Yeah, you know, ain't no big deal. But the
you know
thing,
how we do in the manosphere, we just make a video say, fuck that nigga. Da, 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 da. Even though ain't nobody say nothing while they here right here. That's how we do it. We make these. Remember the reply feature in YouTube? Bernard, there used to be a feature in YouTube where you could actually make what's called a reply video. This is actually why the manosphere is the way that it is now. Because we said, fuck it, we gonna keep on doing that shit.
All right, hold on, wait. Now I gotta get in. Well, first off, shout out to Gary Redeemer with the $10 super chat. He says, dumb black women, dumb black women, young and old, are going to follow Derek Jackson right off the edge of the cliff. Salute BR, support for the platform. Appreciate you. Now I gotta get in this because see, Obsidian messed around and called me Little Bernard the other day, and Snuggles seriously, ain't nobody about to brand that shit.
Oh no, I didn't mean.
I know how you meant it. It was just funny. I understand exactly how you meant it. But it was funny. We like kind of had an inside joke going on with the chat, and I changed my name to Little Bernard for a little bit on the screen. But Snuggles, get out of here with that.
Yeah, Bernard was like, fun fact, I'm 6'1". I was like, damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But
hold on, shout out to Snuggles real quick. She said, "Look at Little Bernard and Little Ed. I need you to just embrace it and stop it. Don't."
Yeah, and this is why you motherfuckers are never gonna get no meet and greet that O'Shea and all them keep talking about because y'all niggas roast too much. I'm not gonna give y'all the opportunity. Then y'all start seeing like Fantastic with 6'5", Bernard 6'1". We got niggas that be wanting to fight niggas and shit. Oh yeah, I think I can get at that nigga. No. Y'all.
I'm Snuggle.
Hold on. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, so we know y'all are not ready for that shit. Yeah, man. Let's have a meetup. Nope.
So what I was saying was, I'm going to use Ed's term of genetic currency. That is to say, jawline, buff, tall, and all the rest of it. Got it. So my thinking is, with a man of Derek's genetic currency, why the need for the subterfuge, brother? Why the need for the lies?
Well, okay, you're looking at it, and I understand why you look at it this way, and there's some truth to it. You're looking at it from the perspective, his platform being strictly for him and his just edifying himself, if that's the right word, and drawing in the women to him. He don't need to be married. He could just sell, be single, be free, and come over here and get some of this. He literally could sell that, but
yeah, because you gotta assume
hold on, wait, Obsidian, are you saying
that is what he's saying?
That is what you're saying, right?
What I'm saying is there's no need to be talking about relationship. I'm talking about the data now. The data says you ain't gotta talk about all that. All you got, Zane already gave you the roadmap. All you're doing is bringing Zane to life.
But hold on, but women, they do. Okay, I understand what you're saying, that they don't want relationships. That's a very underrated thing that people don't realize or pay attention to, that a lot of these women don't want relationships, but they will accept the perfect relationship. If it's the most perfect, ideal situation for them where they feel like they absolutely winning, then they want to be all in on that relationship. But
and we know that doesn't happen.
Yeah, but
they will begrudgingly accept, some relationships.
But this goes on, and see, another thing is, and this is where I try not to be very finite about what I say, even though it could come off that way. This is where you have to understand, he didn't build this. He didn't know he would get this big. He didn't build this from the beginning. It's not like a business plan. It's not like, what Kevin talks about, where even Kevin didn't know it'd blow up like this. You never know. So we're kind of backseat quarterbacking him. And I get you got a bigger point you're trying to say, because he technically could move into that position if he really wanted to. But that's funny. See, this is what I'm talking about. Obsidian got started, and then Obsidian to play like he don't know what the fuck, you know. Oh, I don't know. I'm just talking. I can't help with the chat. See, that's that. And then people get mad when I pause the shit and I call that bullshit. Niggas talk about why you always cut off Obsidian. You act like you got bullshit to say to him. I'm like, because I'm heading that bullshit off where I see the vectors. This is why. I just want to point that out. No, trust me.
Obsidian will say something 2 or 3 times on the stream, then you go somewhere else, and then not a whole chat room is buzzing with the little shit that he called you. Like, no, I feel you, Ed. I feel you.
But you know, it's all good. But
I mean, there's a big business. Look, there's a big business out there to cater to black women to their erotic desires, and I don't see anything wrong. But like the other day, I don't know if you was here, Ed. The other day, me and Bernie was talking about there's a sister on Amazon who did a 700-word review of my book. And she showed up in the chat room the other day here on Bernie's show. And it came from when I read it.
I was on the panel. Dumb bitch. Right. Also did reviews of dildos and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Look,
do you want to play that nigga commercial again and head us out?
Yeah, I have no problem
play
with
it for Jessica X.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. I have no problem with sisters getting to their vibration part in the pun. I ain't got no problem.
Jessica knows. She said the power pecker. She knows, yeah.
Yeah, the power pecker. I got no problem with that.
And Jessica X also said she like gave her like a public service announcement. She was like, ladies, you must hide your reviews or your history on those on Amazon. There's a way to do that to where people can't click and see what you've reviewed, because Jessica X has probably reviewed her some a few items.
You should Jessica, you should do a screen share video of that. You probably get some views off that. Be like Jessica X's that's a great idea, Jessica. What you should do, there's a channel. Well, no. There's a channel called Natural something. I gotta put it in the comment section. But it's a woman. She's blackish, but whatever. The point is, she does reviews, not reviews, but like how to do this, how to do that. And it's different things, like even like internet market related, but other stuff related too. And she's got a lot of views, and she's got a very good sounding voice. Jessica, you should do that. And I promise you, you will get a channel just off doing reviews or doing little shit like that. Oh, I don't know why I'm subscribed to her. She makes so much sense. Well, we know what the fuck it really is, but you do that, you get a lot of motherfuckers. It's a good job.
Yeah, see, she said right there that somebody recommended she should do dildo unboxings. Yeah, and, if her channel ever loses momentum, doing sex toy reviews,
that's the backup. Work. Yeah, and then as Obsidian needs to do nigga infomercials, not just nigga commercials. And then you be like,
about that nigga infomercial. Well, what's a nigga infomercial?
Well, before you go into that, Genuine Trucker Tony, thank you for the lead attorney in the building. What the hell are we talking about? We don't know.
That's just an expansion of your nigga commercials, except what you do is rather than it's just you get like a as you call a lady friend. You get like a secretary or something like that to actually showcase whatever thing. So if you do the beer or something like that, you get somebody, a woman, a good looking woman, attract thirsty niggas to showcase that, and it'd be seen as like a comedy parody.
Oh, okay, gotcha. I see what you mean now. Kind of like a get like a Price is Right or something. Yeah, gotcha.
Now, as far as your nigga commercials, the way I would recommend doing that is like if I took one of those things and put them on a TikTok, obviously I give you credit. But what I would do is I'd be in my car, he's got some good, kind of like how Shamaki Way, he's got really good car videos.
Yeah.
And then I'd be driving and I turn on the radio and it'd be like, blah, 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 to your now for your commercial. And then you start talking and I got a funny face like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like,
I like that. I like it.
Like, they do beer or a root beer. Like, what the fuck, Tim? And then that'd be a 60-second TikTok. Yeah. And then a whole bunch of people can do that spread it. Then they come to you and be like, wow, this nigga writes books, as Rabil said. This is a serious person.
I like that. That's a good idea. Some good ideas, man.
We get some the blue hat. I don't think I got that emoji in my phone. We need a cap emoji somewhere for Jessica X's statement.
We should do a poll. Put that shit on Kevin Samuels' poll. How many believe that she had never had any woman never had a dildo?
I'm just trying to find the hat, the cap. I can't find it, but we need some caps. We need some caps out there in the audience. See, this what they do. I never owned the dildo, but she owned the damn butterfly magic, the magic bullet, or own everything else. But
and you in the UK too, where y'all more liberal than we are. You like
actually, fellas, there's a guy in the UK named John Millward, 1L, MILWARD, John Millward, and he's done a big study on this. And I hate to tell you, fellas, what Jessica X and the other ladies are saying is right. Not all women like having toys. You know who buys the toys the most?
Oh, sure.
Guys.
Okay, so guys are buying the bullet the butterfly thing.
They're buying the big dildos. I'll put the link in the chat room so in case anybody doesn't.
Okay, but there's a certain type of toy. I understand women don't as much need the dildo, but when it comes to the little vibrating on the clit things, yes, that is a 100% female dominated market. But as far as the actual physical dildo, no, I understand that they probably don't buy that as much. I'm
pulling up the study now. Just give me a second.
Okay. Yeah.
Down the rabbit hole. What 1 million sex toy sales reveal about our erotic tastes, kinks, and desires. I'm bringing up the link.
Absolutely.
Right now.
So this is going to be down the rabbit hole. This is going to be a roller coaster ride that I decide to stay out of. So I'm going to bid you all a good night.
Yeah, well, we about to pass this over to Little Big Nate in a little bit. I know Little Big Nate.
Hang on, Ed, you want to stick around here, man? Because
I'm not gonna be on a fucking stream team meme or none of these niggas that like to do edits and shit. So,
well, we can just make it real short. Okay, gay men buy dildos. Conversation that's done.
See, you already fucked it up. You already fucked it up.
That's not true. We don't need a study to know that gay men buy dildos.
I appreciate you all.
Go sub to Ed. We was trying to get him
I appreciate it. I got like to 950, so I definitely appreciate that.
All right, we trying to get him over 4,000. So if you're not subscribed to Ed, go ahead.
This is why what we just learned in this moment, guys, is this is why Bernard streams don't last over 3 hours, because they could spin off into orbit like shit like this. So
yeah, that's why. Yeah, I got to wrap it up after the 3 hours.
I apologize for my part in this.
No, it's all Obsidian. It's all Obsidian fault. You good? Obsidian.
Check this out. A vibrator's form follows its function. A rabbit vibrator, for example, has a swirling pearl-filled shaft and buzzing ears that are expressly designed to stimulate the user in just the right way. Male sex toys tend to be a bit different. They are bought by 1 in 5 men, but only 1 in 20 women, and are more likely to be similar to real body parts. They are intended to stimulate, of course, but the simulation of real sex is at the core of their design. 1 in 5 men buys a male sex toy compared to 1 in 20 women.
They're saying 1 in 5 men own a male sex toy.
Yep.
So by male sex toy, you mean a pocket pussy, a sex toy for men.
Right. 1 in 5.
Okay. But for women, it's 1 in 20 actually owns like a magic clit buzzer
or whatever, or Hitachi bond. 1 in 20.
That is fascinating. If men are buying more pocket pussies than what women are buying dildos and vibrators, that is fascinating.
Right. That's right. And here's the other piece. Let me see. Let me try to find it.
Little Big Nate, drop your link in here. Little Big Nate, so we can people can go on over to your stream.
Let me see. Women, here's a breakdown here in that same.
I thought you were saying that men buy more dildos.
I was about to say, here we go. Percentage of men who buy them: dildos, single men, 18%, attached men, 15%. Percentage of women who buy dildos: single women, 16%, attached women, 11%. Men buy more dildos, both attached and single, than women do.
All right.
I'm just saying, fellas. I'm just saying.
Okay, yeah. Little Big Nate, no, don't drop the link to your channel. Just start your stream up so that can have its own link, and then you can have the link to your video live while it's playing live, and people can click right over and look. You drop the link to your channel, they're gonna click over it and not see a video playing and go somewhere else. It might not come back. You got to do it strategically. You got to go live while I'm still live, and then people click right over. Oh, damn, this is a good show. Holy shit. This show is called The Embarrassment That Is Swirlers. You have some very funny pictures in this thumbnail. Well, not funny pictures. Some of it's not funny, but whenever I see the Crystal Swirls, not Crystal and Karazin, but the Crystal Swirls girl, I can't help but laugh. But it's also
ready for this one?
No.
Y'all ready for this one? This is gonna really blow you. Tighten your chin strap. Maybe put the link in the chat room again so you can see exactly where I'm getting this from. Here we go. It's always nice when results make logical sense. It's even nicer when a few of them raise further juicy questions. 1. Single men buy more male sex toys more often than attached men. 2. Single women buy vibrators more often than women in relationships. We can reliably assume, based on this study, that the lady that left the 700-word review of my book is a single lady. She reviewed a powerful Hitachi wand on Amazon. Number 3, sexy lingerie is bought by attached men and women at the same rate, while single men buy it a lot less often. So far, so good. Then we reach dildos and anal sex toys. Women buy anal sex toys at the same rate, regardless of their relationship status, 23%. But single men buy them more often than attached men, 35% versus 29%. Single men also buy dildos at a higher rate than any other of the three groups. But why? We have to go deeper. Let's focus on butt plugs and divide our men and women by their relationship status and sexual orientation. Single, gay, or bi men, 34%. Butt plug sale. Attached, gay, or bi men, 29%. Single, straight men, 21%. Attached, straight men, 19%. Single, gay, or bi women, 16%. Attached, gay, or bi women, 15%. Attached, straight women, 13%. Single, straight women, 12%. That's right, fellas. Guys, single, attached, straight, or gay, buy butt plugs more than women. That's right. It's true.
Now, the only thing I'll say that's interesting about that, Sister George be talking about men getting pegged a lot. And she always talks about it, some men who just like being dominated in a relationship. And right when you started talking about that, she just was like, go Obsidian, go, start rooting and cheering. Curlin, blink twice, Curlin, if you need help. Blink twice. We'll be here for you.
It's true.
We'll send in.
Link is in the chat room, y'all. You can see it for yourself. I'm not lying.
We'll send in a helicopter, somebody to just come get you.
By the way, fellas, if you're being pegged by a woman, you're not gay. It's only gay if it's a man doing it. If a woman is doing it, you're not gay. Gay is who you're having sex with. If you're having sex with another man, that's gay. If you're having sex with another woman, you're not gay.
She said he's fine, meaning that she didn't confirm or deny what she's doing to him. She's just saying that he's okay. He's dealing with it, or he likes it. I don't know which one it is. But we're gonna get up out of here, Obsidian. Thank you, but not thank you for the data that you delivered to us. This is the link to Little Big Nate's stream. You guys can click on that and go watch the stream. And I assure you, Little Big Nate will not be talking about men getting pegged by their woman.
Well, to be fair, just because men buy the butt plug doesn't mean that they're being pegged. What it does mean, though, is that men buy dildos and butt plugs much more than women do. That much we do know. Whether they're gay, straight, married, in a relationship, or single, men buy them more than women, period. Now, whether or not they're being pegged or not, I don't know.
She's admitting it. She's admitting it. He's fine and satisfied. She's they always gave off that, she's the top, he's the bottom energy. It's just interesting when they start just admitting it. Okay, but okay.
I'm just giving the studies, man. I'm just giving the studies. I put the link in the chat room. I would love for Sister George and Concrete Rose to get a hold of this study and analyze it.
It may be too personal. They don't, she don't want to talk about her personal life like that.
So another brother said, why are we ignoring the race factor? I'm not. I would love to see a study conducted by blacks on blacks. I would love to see it. But here's the thing, though. Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it. What happens? What happens if you get that study and it's even more of the same in a big way? Then what?
Yeah, or worse.
Do you want to really know?
Yeah, see, the one thing, and you talk about this a lot, and by the way, this whole subject is not. I'm about to end the show, but you do talk about that a lot when it comes to, obscure things like that. Black people don't study it enough, or don't take the time to try to get some empirical data lined up on it, done by black people on black people. So yeah, we end up having to look at studies that was performed by white people and then just say and extrapolate in our mind how much we think it might be going on in Black America, because black people don't do a focused study on obscure things. Not that I care or personally need that study to be done specifically on black people, but it does make you curious. Like somebody said in the chat, these are white people. White people.
Well, yeah. The implication being that, of course, we don't do those sort of things. Of course not. Now, of course, you're leaving out the fact that Atlanta is like the swinging capital of Black America. You do realize that, right?
That is a thing. Yeah, no, yeah. But shout out to Fatal Dose. He says, with the Obsidian, you get impounded from behind no matter who's doing it. You're I think you get. Yeah, I agree with I mean, listen, you can break down the technicalities of it, that if you're not sexually attracted to men, but you like anal stimulation, does that make you gay? I'm just gonna say, a guy who, if you like anal stimulation, I'll just go ahead and say you're gay. I mean,
I see our good friend and brother, Mr. Fantastic, of the BABG Federation. I see him. He's got some strong feelings here. Listen, we have to try to keep open minds and try to keep our personal feelings out of it as much as possible. We're trying to be dispassionate. We're trying to be open-minded. We're just looking at the empirical data, Mr. Fantastic, and the link is in the chat room.
No, it's not. No, it's not. I'm getting out of here. I'm shouting out a couple more super chats and I'm getting out of here. He says, Bernard, will you consider yourself swimming, if you don't mind me asking, thing that you all are in butt plug territory? Would you consider yourself a swimming? What is he talking about?
A swinger.
A swinger, if you don't mind. Okay, would you? No, I'm not a swinger. No, because in order to be a swinger, you have to be okay with somebody giving your girl the business, and in some cases in front of you. And so now I'm okay with that. I'm not.
Well, yeah, that's the whole point behind swinging. That
yeah.
At least in its original, I don't know what it's morphed into today, but at least in its original configuration, you had to be attached, not necessarily married, but you had to have a significant other that you bring to a party, and that you get to bang other people's significant others, and they get to bang yours, and everybody has a good time.
No, yeah. So I don't do that. She said, I just came back in. Can anyone explain what is a? You don't know what that is? Geez, what country you from? I thought people butt plug. I got confused. We would like to know how you got in this interesting conversation. Obsidian is the one who got us into this not so interesting conversation. And Sister George just had a come to Jesus confession where she admitted that she is indeed pegging Curlin. She's gonna walk backwards from it, but I mean, I got enough. I got all the evidence I need.
Yeah, a little TMI there. We didn't need to know that.
I got all the evidence I need. She can't walk backwards from that. It's confirmed. That's what's happening there. But
if it's true, then it would confirm that more for those who want to know about race. Well, we have at least one data point that shows that, yeah, brothers like to buy dildos and butt plugs.
Yeah. Dominant Danny is what she named herself in one stream a while ago. She's yeah.
Who knew?
She liked to top from the bottom. She's all but she's pretty much admitted that. So yeah, we know what it is. We know what time it is. It is what it is. All right, yeah. Go over to Little Big Nate. I promise he will not be talking about butt plugs. All right, we out of here. Peace, everybody.
Thank you.
Cucking and pegging till the till the state.
Oh my goodness. You can't make this stuff up.
I gotta get that clip to this day.
I am the dating, and listen, I am the dating scientist. I mean, look, I just deal with the data, man. I'm just telling you what the data
is. Hashtag free curling. All right, we out of here.
All right, y'all.